Hey, what's going on? It's Inventor here, making my final character in Diablo 4 Season 9. This is going to be a level 1 to Torment 4 run using the Razor Wings Spiritborn. And I held off on doing this run because I wanted to try Razor Wings after their damage buff, since devs announced that Razor Wings damage would be buffed by roughly 20% for the most recent patch. Anyway, Season 9 is Sins of the Horadrim and includes many modifications to Nightmare dungeons. The Nightmare Sigils had their affixes overhauled, Nightmare Escalations got added, and Horadric Strongrooms were put into the game too. This season, there are these Horadric powers and jewels that give us some cool new effects to work with. Unlike in past seasons, I'm going to use all the powers, materials, and aspects that I have available that I had farmed with all 5 of my previous characters. This is to make it easier to just do the run without having to focus on what I should or should not have access to. Even though I want to do a clean slate 1 to 60, unfortunately I cannot reset my account unlike in the PTR, nor can I keep my progress character specific. Alright, so I'm going to start here, and for this run I will do the Vessel of Hatred campaign instead of Helltides. I'm in the middle of experimenting with this right now for leveling, but there are a few reasons for this I will talk about in a moment. But I am also setting the difficulty to normal, since the XP rewards from the campaign do not scale with my level, even if the monster kills from hard, expert, or penitent would give me, well, more monster XP. So I'm going to start the game here. So regarding the campaign, I chose to run the expansion campaign because I believe it is the fastest way I can go from 1 to 60 on this character for self-leveling. Some people may not have the expansion, but you do need the expansion to play Spiritborn in the first place. So I think the Spiritborn and campaign go hand in hand pretty well. Also, unlike when I ran Dance of Knives Rogue or Affliction Necro, I don't believe Razor Wings has enough damage output for running Helltides on Penitent efficiently. Right. First of all, the housekeeping items. So, remember to turn in your reward caches whenever you happen to get them. There are smoldering ashes that come out as a result of turning in the season journey rewards. So you can see here I have some points in Urn of Curiosities, Urn of Glyphs, and I could put in more points into the other ones, although I haven't really needed them so far. Do remember to save your renown as you pick them up, and turn them in only when you reach level 59. Ideally, you want to do it later rather than sooner because the XP rewards do scale with your level. At least the third one does. The initial ones only ever give 20 XP. Maybe one day they'll rework this, but right now this is not even good enough for one full level or even when I'm level 1. So that's how it goes. Next up is going to be elixirs and incense. So if you get elixirs or incense, do make sure to use those whenever you have them available for, I believe it's like an 8% or 5% XP boost. Aspects and tempering. I can talk about that now. So for the aspects and tempering, there are, well, there's a lot of good ones. I do have at least one aspect because I think I've completed the campaign once before, but, oh, and I also had to do, I think, some whispers in some of these regions. But anyway, the first one I'm gonna look up Razor Wings here, and you can see that there's 2 aspects in particular that I can get that help: aspect of Endless Talons and aspect of Fleet Wings. And unfortunately, these are not unlockable from dungeons. Not that I'd go for them anyway. I think I am primarily going to be relying on the base damage on Razor Wings and my tempering recipes that I'll talk about in a second. But these are the aspects that I would be looking for Razor Wings. And then there's aspect of deflection. So aspect of deflection has it so that if I have a counterattack active, then I can bounce Razor Wings out for a second time, basically. And I apparently already have aspect of deflection. I probably picked it up from one of the dungeons, so I will be throwing that on I don't think this is an offensive aspect. I think it's a utility aspect. No, it's a defensive aspect. Okay, so I can like throw that on my helm or something if I wanted to. I don't think there's any aspects for the Seeker though, which is going to be another part of this build. I am going to try to put Seeker and Razor Wings together, at least while leveling, and then when I get into Torment, I'm going to see what or how strong Razor Wings is and whether or not it's feasible for me to continue running it. So that covers it for aspects. So now for tempering recipes, there are quite a few options. I could run Worldly Finesse once I get enough crit strike chance on, well, my gear and my Paragon boards and all that. But for the time being, my main source of critical strikes would be whenever I activate my ultimate, the Seeker, which will give me, at least as of this season, they made it so that when you have the Seeker active, all your hits become critical strikes, I think. Something like that. I'll go over my skills later. But until I make it to the Seeker, or especially until I make it to the Seeker, and probably even after that, I'm going to be mainly using Natural Finesse. This is just generic damage. I'm going to throw that all on my gear, and it'll make things much easier for both leveling and when I reach Torment difficulties. So that's the main tempering recipe that I'm looking for. And then if I wanted, I can also pick up some points into like Soar cooldown reduction, movement speed. Well, yeah, I guess these are really the only two options. Either I go for Soar cooldown reduction or like something like Swift here, or I can go for natural motion. So I'm going to keep an eye out for those that I can put on my boots. There are plenty of other ones. I don't know if there's one for Razor Wings, actually. I think there might be one for... Oh, I know. Vortex size. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. So Eagle Innovation is actually pretty important because, yeah, Spiritborn has Vortex. Vortex pulls monsters in. Very useful skill. Boosting up the Vortex size makes it a lot easier to wrangle in the monsters, and then I would start being able to hit them with Seeker and Razor Wings. So, very helpful. Defensive, there are some options for Spiritborn defensive recipes, but the one that I think I will be sticking with is Worldly Endurance to max out my total armor. I'm going to need that for aspect of unyielding hits. So that's the plan there. Right, and then for weapon tempers, of course, Eagle Augments, I am going to pump up probably chance for Seeker to deal double damage, or primary Eagle Spirit Hull efficiency. Let me just double check that there's no Sky Augments. Oh yeah, there is. There is actually a chance for Razor Wings to deal double damage. This is going to be like when I reach Torment, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this. But I know that the Seeker is a pretty reliable temper for me to use, but maybe Sky Augments. Maybe I'll have some fun with this and try to see how well it works with Razor Wings when I make it into Torment. So that's kind of how it goes for aspects and tempering. Now I can finally start talking about the skills. So for the skills, I'm going to start off by getting some points into Thrash. I mean, I guess most of these are mobility skills to begin with, but here we go. So I'm actually going to do Thunder Spike, because when I evade, Thunder Spike will be available, and I apply vulnerable to monsters along the way. And then, of course, Razor Wings is all the way down here, so I need another 4 levels, I think, before I can get a point in there, something like that. So for the time being, I can settle for getting Stinger, just temporarily. I need to put my points into somewhere, but later I'd probably want to go for Velocity, or, well, I guess Velocity doesn't even make sense. I'll have to sort that out a little later. Vortex, of course, this one is fairly obvious because I can get cooldown reduction on Vortex whenever I do crits with it. That'll help me keep resetting it whenever I feel like. And then Soar for mobility. Unstoppable, and makes monsters vulnerable. That's the one I wanted. And I think that's actually it for all my points. Yeah, I can later on start to pick up more damage modifiers like Apex for increased vulnerable damage or increased damage while unhindered or unstoppable, and there's plenty of other choices there, but those are the ones I'm going to start off with. I'll probably pick up counterattack in a second too, and then that'll take me all the way up to Razor Wings, where I can actually start getting into the core part of this build. It's unfortunate it's a potency skill, so I can't use it right from the beginning, but that's not going to be that way for very long. So that's for skills. And then last but not least, I will be equipping a pet. So normally I just... Oh no, I don't have access to this one. Yeah, I've used the birds. Like, I think I've used all three of my birds for the season, so I'm actually going to pick up Iris. I haven't used the cat yet. And just for fun, might as well have some transmogs. Gonna look the part here for my character, the Spiritborn. Yeah, I don't usually do this, but yeah, recently I had some people talk about some of the transmogs I threw on for fun, so I feel like I will try to look the part on this run, like I have been recently. Okay, and that's it. Now, regarding the normally at this point I would talk about unlocking a mercenary too, but because I have started with the Vessel of Hatred campaign not completed, I will still need to go and unlock my mercenaries. So that's that. Anyway, now I can talk about the leveling process. The leveling process, I'm going to start off with the seasonal quest line from roughly level 1 to 7. And then I'm going to do the Vessel of Hatred campaign from 7 to 55, and then Hell Tides and Strongholds from 55 to 60, or whatever level I finish my campaign quests at, just so that I can get the rest of the way to 60. Now, the reason why I said seasonal questline from 1 to 7 is because I always like to start off with the very first, and I think at this point I can put this as the start of the gameplay, so 1730, yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, now officially I can say that I've started the real gameplay. I first start off by going through the Vessel of Hatred, or sorry, the seasonal questline. The reason for that, oh, I don't even know what killed him, but yeah, the reason why I start off on the seasonal questline is actually to unlock the reputation rewards and for the heraldic powers. Now, I have the heraldic powers tab unlocked, but if this were a fresh character, I would not have access to it. Why can't I? Oh, okay. So you see, this will take me right into my first dungeon on this character, and that's how the seasonal questline goes. I just have to kind of go through it, right? And yeah, for now I can just... I guess I can't really go that far with Soar, but... So, I can just keep moving here. And... This is going to take me to the Herodic Strong Room. This takes about, like, what, 5 minutes to do tops. And then once this is done, I can actually focus on playing through the Vessel of Hatred campaign. But I got to do this first, like I said, because this is where I would be getting my powers normally to start off. And then I would do... I would also get the reputation board available too. Those two things put together. Oh, there we go. So the reputation board, of course, gives me a lot of rewards that will help me gear myself up when I reach Torment. So definitely helps to run this now so that later I'll have some potential like ancestrals that I can start off with just from the campaign, or just from running these alone. So that's for the leveling process. And then the Roderick powers that I have, I would like to talk about those, but I'll probably do those later on, like probably in like a minute or two once I have done the first quest. So that's that. Might as well throw some of these on and boost up my damage a little bit. And I have 3 points. I'm just waiting for Razor Wings, and then I can throw them all in at once. And that's how it goes. Wait. There. Okay. Pillar monsters, yeah, nearby monsters to complete the ritual. Okay, there. And then I have 3 points, so there is like an aspect counterattack that I'd like to pick up, but or not an aspect. Sorry, there's a skill here, counterattack. I'd like to throw on, but if I throw that on, I need the aspect that allows me to reflect Razor Wings. Otherwise, it's actually kind of pointless. So I'm actually going to pick this up instead. Increase damage to vulnerable enemies. I get 1 more point into Apex, and then I can actually start picking up Razor Wings. And then I'll start off my Vessel of Hatred campaign run at level 7 with my Razor Wings unlocked, and then all I'll need is Seeker after that, really. Well, I guess Seeker and counterattack, but I can worry about counterattack later. So, yeah, you can kind of see what I mean when I say that I don't really have that much damage to start off. Dance of Knives just has insane damage, so it's not really a fair comparison, but yeah, like, if I were to start off on trying to run the Hell Ties right now, I definitely would not have as much available to me. I guess what I could do, technically speaking, is just run Quill Volley to start, but I am actually a little sick of running Quill Volley. That's the main reason I don't run Quill Volley. Well, that's one of many reasons, but yeah, I think Quill Volley is one of the most popular builds for a Spiritborn, and understandably so. Razor Wings, or Quill Volley is just a very strong sort of skill. But in this case, I would very much like to try something a little different than that. So, sort of where I'm at. And yeah, you can see I am very slow. I don't have any movement speed modifiers. I don't have Dance of Knives or any other thing that boosts movement speed. I guess what I could do is I could use my Herodic Powers instead if I wanted to really amp up my speed that way, but that's okay. I will hop on over to that in a second. I will show the skills that I'll be using there. Okay, there. I'm on a rank 4. I don't think I'm going to be going any higher than that this run, despite my best efforts and despite me paying attention. And then there's this fight against Agony. Like I said before, it's a good thing I start on normal, because it definitely speeds up the first... Well, it speeds things up in this regard. I'm going to finish this first quest off, of course, and then once this first quest is done, I can go... Ow. Yo, she hurts. With her skills here. There. And then I actually get a Grand Router Cache. And what is this? It looks like I have... I have this Quarterstaff to start. And this is very nice, actually. I can throw this on. Okay. Back to town I go. Now that I'm done, I will reach level 6, and then I can start the Vessel of Hatred campaign. And hilariously enough, I do have Razor Wings to kick things off. Each different basic skill I cast boosts all my damage. So, Dr. Briona here. I gotta open this up and open up the Herodic Lapidary, and then this gives me 1 full level. That leads me up to Razor Wings. Now I can have my fun with Razor Wings, which is the main skill on this build. Open up the Elixir Cache, which gave me no elixirs, funny enough. And yeah, now this is a really good weapon to start off with. Actually, and in fact, I'm going to, like I said before, use the materials that I have and temper it with, well, I could temper it with whatever I want, but Natural Finesse is the big one. Even if, again, at this point I would not have the materials to temper it. Might have the legendary Quarterstaff itself, but that's okay. I mean, I said at the beginning I was going to make use of whatever I had. There is one other offensive aspect I forgot to talk about earlier. Weapon damage. Aspect of unyielding hits. If I can get aspect of unyielding hits, suddenly my character will become much stronger. I can't apparently unlock it from any sort of... apparently I can't unlock it from any available dungeon in Nahantu, but... yeah, I might be able to get it as a drop. For the time being, this aspect will do. I already do spam basic skills, so that helps. Alright. This is probably where I should have... Oh, this is where I can talk about the Herodic spellcraft. So, originally, oh,
Leave her be.
and then do all this talking. So this is perfect timing for me to actually adjust my equipment. Yeah, so originally I want to do Stinger, so I would have run Corrosive Vapor, but here I'm going to run Thunderous Particle. I am going to try and mess around with one of my skills here. Maybe Celestial Surge. I haven't really messed around with this one since I began. I don't like Propulsion because it knocks back monsters, which kind of... When I use Propulsion, it can knock away monsters from me, which is what I don't want, right? I want to pull them to me, if anything. But having this... having the meteors rain down might not be the worst thing. I could combine that with like Vortex or something and try to mess around with that a little bit. Although, actually, I take it back. I just remember there was something else I was supposed to do. Here we go. And that something is... I was actually supposed to run the Cosmic Anomalies. So I can run here the... Oh. I can use the movement speed, shifting powder, Arcana, right? So I'm going to use shifting powder, and then I can use floaty bauble. And for my last one, I don't really know what my last one should be, though, I admit. Because I don't really have anything too important to start. Oh, you know what? I know what I need. I need resource generation. And in fact, I should probably just max that out using the files that I had from my other characters. So, should have arrived a moment sooner. That's fine. Okay. Speak with Prava, and instead of using Celestial Surge, I would actually prefer to use Floaty Bauble. If I can just find it. Or not Floaty Bauble, Cosmic Anomaly. There. And I'm going to show why in a second. There. Good. Level 7. So now I can get another point into Vulnerable here. Makes enemies vulnerable for 5 seconds if hitting them with a crit or from behind. Nice. And then if I want, I can actually make them spiral around. Now that's the one that I find really cool on Razor Wings, but I can't really aim, or, well, the damage isn't very good when I do that, so it is a bit of an issue. Alright. So yeah, hopefully it's not too messy, the fact that I'm trying to run the Vessel of Hatred campaign while I talk here. I think it kind of has to be done. Yeah, because there's so much dialogue, right? So I'm gonna do something while I... Well, yeah, it's nice to actually do stuff while I wait for the dialogue to finish. Now I need a skill that I can cast, like a projectile, like Quill Volley or something. So then that way I can combine it with Floaty Bauble. The only projectile I really know of, funny enough, is Quill Volley. So I may actually have to switch over to Quill Volley, which I don't like, but... how about any of these other ones? Thrash? Thunderspike? Well, hold on. Maybe Thunderspike might actually work for what I intend to use it for. No, it doesn't. This is a bit of a predicament. Is there... I guess there aren't too many options. If I were playing like Sorcerer or something, that like I could attach it to Blizzard or something along those lines, but none of the skills are actually spammable, unfortunately, for me. Except for Quill Volley, at least as far as I can tell. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. I think I have to switch it to Quill Volley. Yeah, just for this, really. I'll use it as a method of transport. Okay, there. Have information for me. And then I head back out. And then that's where all these hollows will come from. And all right, yeah, just had to wait here. Trying to see if there's anything else that I need, but this pretty much covers it. So I can use my pull and my Razor Wings. Pretty soon I can make them spiral out. But they do still have quite the cooldown right now. So it's going to take some time to get that up and going. Oh, here we go. Razor Wings has a 10% chance to regain a charge when hitting an enemy, and then double this chance while I have an active barrier. So that's the reason why. Like, I actually love it when the Razor Wings spiral around, but unfortunately I can't just keep them permanently spiraling around.
Wretched things, pour sludge and bone.
So
We don't. The infection started in the handle.
So the reason why I have this... Wait, what? Why...
To the hells with you!
What? Does these two not work together? Or do I need to actually hit something? I think I need to actually hit something with it, don't I?
Flesh, gear, hell. Even the grass isn't spared.
Oh, okay. It's only when I hit them. When I use skills like Iron Maiden... When I use skills like Iron Maiden, it allows me to teleport around. Yeah, you see there, I can like teleport around with Floaty Bobble. Well, that was supposed to be the other reason why I ran this, but from the looks of things, it doesn't look like that'll be possible. So, I'm gonna have to find some other alternative for this. I guess there's a bit of a relief in knowing that I don't have to be gated into using Cold Volley.
The rot is thick to the east.
Oh, Furrowed Glaive, but I already have that.
Spreading.
Can't even... Channeling Shrine. Okay. I have an extra point too, so maybe... Oh, I already have. There we go. There's the Razor Wings and all that. Cool. Eventually I'd like to switch this out, but still have to... I'll have to do for now. Did they change Floaty Bobble? I don't think they did they? I don't remember reading that in the patch notes anywhere. I don't think Floaty Bobble is really on their radar. Allows me to teleport forward a little bit, but...
Good work.
My powers do give me a lot of... Do we go around this way, or... I guess not. Yeah, my anomalies do a lot of damage by themselves, of course.
Only two gods. Where are the rest?
Eagle skill damage is increased by movement speed.
Won't stop. Each kill brings two more.
I don't know.
We're the only ones
Increased cooldowns. No, I think I'm going to leave that for now.
We're going to finish this fight, and then drinks are on me.
Or maybe I just pump up Razor Wings. Yeah, that's fine. And then they start. I can just throw a Razor Wing. And I think even my anomalies can hit these monsters. It's another upside to having these available. I can just let them... my anomalies do all the work while I just sit back and relax a little bit. So now this begs the question, is there anything I can combine this with? Floaty Bobble. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to switch it to this one. Or...
More on their way. Eyes up.
Okay, what if I... Oh, it's only when... Wait, what? I casted my Razor Wings, I targeted here, but it only will teleport me to wherever the spin goes to. Maybe Vortex, but that's on myself. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I could do Soar, but Soar itself already transports me. So that's pointless. Any other ones I could use? There's like no... There's nothing that allows me to like cast on a particular location and teleport. Huh. I guess I can't use this on this build. Or on this class. Okay. Well, that's okay. All that means is that I can mess around with the meteors. So, that's totally fine.
Together.
There. Razor Wings does a lot of damage early on, but it is a little difficult to aim if I put it in a spiral. Or, I don't know if that was really Razor Wings or if that was more so the anomalies. Well, that's okay. Let me switch it to this.
Hold on, Godsman.
Celestial Surge.
Nayrel was traveling by boat.
Good. And then I can
Should have a good
switch over here. Then I can move on to the next part of the quest line. Do I get a level up off that? Okay. Cutscene will be skipped. Good.
This is not good. Then let's search the river.
2 ranks of Razor Wings. You can have the 15 active Razor Wings. Nice. Then I can throw this on too. 3 legendary aspects. Another nice reason to be running this. I don't know how much damage do my Razor Wings do by themselves? So if I use Razor Wings, yeah, that's pretty good actually. 46 to start off, right? And then, what about the meteors?
Yes, I knew it. I knew those thugs
Here,
wouldn't
let's see.
A friend of yours?
44, 50, 62. I guess at level 1 it does roughly as much damage as my other skills, or my Razor Wings. Speak with Rahir.
You're being hunted by the Cathedral of Light?
Okay.
Me and Nayrel both.
I can switch out Floaty Bauble then, if that's the case.
old friends.
But then again, I guess I could use it to double teleport here. Can't I? If I find, like...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to double or triple teleport like I was able to with the Necro. But I can at least do this with it, right? I can't even... that's too bad. I was going to try to, like, teleport on over, but apparently I can't even do that. Anyway. Just testing out the limits of this build, but in reality I shouldn't be bothering with any of this. I should just be going on ahead as far as I can go. And perhaps, even more importantly, I shouldn't even bother with... I was trying to use these meteors, but maybe I'm going to hold off on using meteors and switch back to Cosmic Anomaly. The reason being that if I put this on... let's say this one. Floaty Bauble. Then... dive at an enemy. Dart and jab at an enemy several times. Maybe like this. Will that work? Yeah. There, that's nice. I can actually just port on over on this. And anytime... okay, hold on a second. Let me get through this next group first. There.
Fight well.
So I can just kind of port through or move through these. Because I'm using Withering Fist as my main source of transport on this setup. So this kind of reminds me of my run with the Sorcerer, where I was using teleport to, well, teleport around. But here I don't have teleport, but I have Soar. Soar is also really good. And then for my other skill, right, Withering Fist, I can kind of use that as a pseudo mobility skill to move from monster pack to monster pack anyway. But it also happens to trigger this shifting powder, so I get movement speed. So whenever I port over to this monster, I not only get to save a bit of time by moving to them, but I also get movement speed too, assuming that my Cosmic Anomaly is up, right? Because otherwise, if I use any of the other ones, their cooldowns... well, I guess Disintegrate wouldn't be so bad because it's got like a 5-second cooldown, but all the other ones have like a 7-second cooldown or greater, so it does take a while to activate them or reactivate them, but...
They left the rope.
yeah, like look at this. 7 seconds, 15 seconds, 5.38, right? So the two options really are Cosmic Anomaly and Disintegrate. Disintegrate's not bad either, but here...
Remember it.
well, I guess I could run Disintegrate. I mean, if I could like teleport around with floaty bauble, then it would be better to use Cosmic Anomaly for sure because of the I've shown this in my Necro and my Blizzard Sorcerer videos where I was actually able to like double or triple teleport, and then I was able to clear the campaign very quickly using this method. But in this case,
Years ago, I ran a mercenary company out of this place.
uh,
Pale hand. I had less to lose then. But
a real
now,
polearm, and I can throw this on.
and I think I'd be more used to you as a mercenary, a shield for hire, if you will, than a smith. Though
Okay,
there's a
plenty of
chance you'll
dialogue.
get out of it.
I might even be able to throw on a tempering recipe, but I think I'll hold off on upping my.
Be more likely to return,
Actually,
and you will need their help.
yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it.
You will not regret hiring one of
I think the disintegrate is fine on this character actually. Like I said, if I needed to like, I don't know, it's too bad. I'd like to be able to like double teleport around, but I think I have to switch it out for something else. Although I don't really know what else would be good. Like everything else is. Like, I could throw on Sharpening Gizmo, I guess, if I would really want to just boost up my damage for free. I'm gonna use Subo here.
Will not let you down.
And I would get movement speed and I don't know, increased crit strike damage. And then for my reinforcement, I'll throw on Variana so that I can get Bloodthirst whenever I cast Razor Wings. Yes, good. So I'm done here. That's nice. I'm still short on. Oh, hold on. I just realized I also forgot to temper.
I don't think Subo likes anyone.
So what I can do here is I can add natural finesse if I get lucky, which I did. And then might as well throw on some generic damage aspect like Inner Calm here instead of Accursed Touch. And then on this, I can throw on, well, I would say Edge Masters, but I haven't really been using my core skill though. I'm trying to avoid that for the most part right now, since I'm trying to focus on. Well, I'm gonna switch it out for counter attack after. Eventually when I get Razor Wings. So there. So Iru right here offered me his help.
We can get a view of the river from the southern cliff.
And yeah, I will not be able to move quicker on or using the powers as I would if I used my horse in this case. So I'm gonna try to be a bit more attentive than I usually am. Trying to go through this as quickly as I can. Level 1 to 60. I don't think it'll be quicker than my previous runs though. It just, given the nature of this build, it's just not gonna be fast enough in comparison to. Oh, is it here? Shoot. Thought it was on this side for some reason. That's okay. Only lost like a couple seconds off of that. No problem. Maybe next season I'll bring back my speedrunning layout. Let me just go over here, and then there's gonna be some dialogue. I think I'm. Oh, I should have salvaged everything, but otherwise, I think I'm pretty good right now. Oh, disintegrate.
You said she kept a pretty.
So yeah, maybe I can make my switch over to my speedrunning layout like this. On the left side, normally there's like some times.
A moment of rest.
The
There.
rocks are north.
There, good. Yeah. Would be nice to switch over to that, I think. But then I have to keep track of, well, I don't know. I have to keep track of, I have to do my splits, right? Like, when I'm doing my run, if I hit level 40, then I have to, like, mark that down. Or when I complete Vessel of Hatred campaign, all that.
Someone must have seen
So.
me round. I should ask around.
That is a bit troublesome. Okay. Here, I can pick this up.
Be careful.
And then I can throw on, well, I mean, because for some reason I didn't have my elixirs, I can grab these. Should give me some
I saw her.
Look at it.
potions.
A hunk of old metal. Acolyte's breath, a
pulsing off of it.
Okay, there's Eru. Is there? Oh yeah, there is a blacksmith, but it's on that side. Anything else I need to do? Oh, Spirit Hall. Okay. Select a spirit as your Spirit Hall. So I can just get a bunch of raw damage if I want from Jaguar, but I usually prefer having... I usually prefer having Gorilla. So that, like, turning all my stuff into Gorilla. So I can get bonuses from the Gorilla tree, or the Gorilla Hall, and so I can get Barrier.
More of that foul stuff. Mirror is
Okay.
definitely here then.
So... select a spirit as your passive skill. You can change it at any time.
Looks more like a madman's den than an archive.
You evade fling up to 8 storm feathers.
Would you believe it?
I could do that.
She must have been looking for
Grants 4 seconds of the storm feathers evade bonus. Maybe I would use that one. Need more mobility to start off. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it is a little redundant to turn all my eagle skills into, well, eagle skills, but movement speed is movement speed, right?
Travencall.
All right, and an extra point for me, or an extra level up. So, I guess I have to head up over there. Casting a gorilla skill grants increased damage. Yeah, those are the ones that I'm looking for. Hey, I finally got Seeker. Yeah, this is the one I was looking for. And when I activate Seeker,
Drag infestation.
how did they change it? Okay, I'm gonna get off my horse here, but I remember they said for the season, now when I activate...
Could you clean up their mess? This place was meant to be.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, oiso, hana.
Spirit Numi. And... so, I think Seeker is supposed to... is it this one? First hit knocks on all enemies. All of my attacks are guaranteed to critically strike for the duration of the Eagle Spirit. I think it's this one. It used to be... only Seeker gets, like, a crit bonus. So, yeah, that's good. We get more crits in a second.
Fire in my...
Join me, will you?
Nice.
Swells up will make things worse. The whole city is warped off.
Oh, I activated my ult by accident. I meant to put it here, actually. I got 3 charges, but the charges cooldown is like 45 seconds. Yeah, so this is where things get a little dicey, because I like actually having a Seeker as my ultimate, right? But later on, like, it does a lot of damage later on. When I say later on, I'm talking like... well, even now it'll do a lot of damage here. Let me actually see just how much damage it actually does. I'm going to need to find some monsters to test it on. But it'll do a lot more damage by itself than Razor Wings, just if I look at raw damage. Ooh. Right. Whenever I evade, I trigger my cooldown here. Or I trigger the Storm Feathers and get movement speed that way. Why are you not moving with me?
So long as you stay close.
Okay.
So,
148 damage on my my Razor Wings, but now if I use the Seeker,
You won't survive out there.
just waiting for it. Maybe I need to get this to like a rank 17 though, but
Stay with the light.
anyway, if I Vortex them all and then I activate my ult, 171 to start, then almost 200 damage base, and then 400 damage with a crit. It seems to be the numbers, roughly around there. And then meanwhile, with just standard Razor Wings right now, I'm only hitting for 100, so... yeah, I mean, Seeker really does do double the amount of damage, but... Yeah, the problem with Seeker is that, well, this is like rank 1 Seeker too, so the damage will only go up from here. But the problem also with with the Seeker, like my ultimate, is the 45-second cooldown. Now I can throw in more ranks on the Seeker, but that'll only do so much. I still would want to get something like Flicker Step or cooldown reduction on Seeker or things of that nature. I think there's also Jacketh Shell that's supposed to drain my life for increased cooldown, or like decreased cooldowns. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder when I'll get access to the unyielding hits aspect. That would be a really big boon for this build, but of course that's might be a bit difficult to get my hands on. Alright. So I would like to soar down here. That saves me some time. There. Lighting the fire, and then that gives me another ring that I can use for my for more damage. I can actually just use my horse to get through here. All right. Okay. So meet with Eru, add Endurance of Hate. I will do just that. I'm gonna ignore the monsters, of course. I'm not here to kill the monsters. I'm just here to get through the campaign questline. And then I can grab this so that all my hits while Seeker is up become critical strikes now. So I can't quite pour through here, it seems.
Now, something else.
Good.
I'd hoped to never come here.
Okay. Seeker, or no, sorry, that one's Soar. I guess it would be this way. And yeah, I gotta love the movement speed, but I still could use a set of boots that have movement speed as an affix, and then if it's rare, then I can temper it. That'd be a big help. Sealed door. Okay. Survive the hollow assault. So this is done. Oh, there's the boss. Oh, I didn't mean to kill him with disintegrate. Yeah, it's just too bad. I can't like start this character off on like a clean slate, unfortunately. Oh. Ooh, okay. Back to Travancore. I'll get a chance to test out my damage pretty soon. So, it's not really a big problem.
Who else?
There's another level up. And then off to Kurast I go. Yeah. 2 extra points this time. And I'm very close to rank 4 now. Okay, so I know this is a little overdue, but this gives me a chance to talk about why I opted to play. Of course, why am I playing Spiritborn, more specifically Razor Wings Spiritborn in the first place, right? I kind of talked about this a bit earlier, but there's a little bit more context to all of this. So, first of all, why am I playing Spiritborn specifically? Spiritborn is the last class that I have yet to play. I already did the Druid, then I did Barb, I did Sorcerer, I did Necro, and then I did Rogue, and then I did Necro, in that order. And then now I'm down to my final class. This is the Spiritborn, of course. And... oh, 2 more points? Wow. Sure, I'll get 2 more points into Seeker then.
Akarat insisted we find Abulan, and that's what
Okay, I can throw this in.
Oh? Eru speaks with the great Akarat?
Reinforcement, all this is good.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to play this, right? Like, originally, I was gonna do Stinger Spiritborn. That's because, so, like, last season, there was a boss power that made it so that
What's wrong?
it was called Ashava's Poison Breath. So that thing did like a lot of poison damage.
Spirit and spirit
And then with the Poison Spiritborn,
bonded for life.
I think I don't remember what I used to trigger it, but I would trigger it. I would do like a lot of poison damage. That was how my build worked last season, but they don't have that power anymore this season. Most they have is this.
Data is bonded with death.
And I was originally gonna run Corrosive Vapor with. There was another power, Siphoning Gizmo. Siphoning Gizmo made it so that I can like detonate my dot like damage over time effects, but they removed that, so I don't have as much of a reason to play Poison Spiritborn as I did in the PTR. It was actually looking like it could be a lot of fun, but the best I could probably do is if I were to use Noxious Resonance, except I think the burst. Yeah, like with Noxious Resonance, I could do that. Get a lot of damage that way. With Poison Spiritborn, but I'll have to try that as a different build. I think. I think I'd be more excited to mess around with Razor Wings. I don't think there's too many people who care much for a Poison Spiritborn right now. I think Razor Wings is the one that more people would like to see, but of course that is a work in progress. I'll talk. I'll talk more about like Razor Wings in a second. But hey, Lee Burgess is here. Yeah, hey. How have you been? It's been a while since well, I mean, I say a while, but it's only really been like 4 days, I think. And yeah, I've been hard at work putting together the build guides. I mean, you commented on them, so you know. I did one for the Dance of Knives Rogue, and then I did one for the... Yeah, I did one for the Dance of Knives Rogue, and then I did one for the Affliction Curses Necromancers, so... Yeah, that's done now, though. Lucky for me. So now I can just focus on finishing my last remaining character, that being the Spiritborn. So I can actually test my damage here. This Razor Wings is not bad, but now if I use Seeker, kaboom, he's dead. Nice. Okay, so now I just restore this. And then if I just throw in all my skills, he goes down. I got 3 charges on Seeker, so I could actually drop it like 3 times in a row if I really wanted to. Okay. I actually should have tempered my... I should have actually tempered my ring. Also, I'm very close to my key passive too, which is good. I got 1 more point remaining.
We hope you find.
Nice. Another point into the Seeker. And now you can, if you're watching this now, you can see why I've been, or how I've been, like why I consider this a much faster leveling method than other ones. Now, I mean, if I do a comparison though, side by side, like if I was playing, when I played Dance of Knives, I think at this point I was already in, let's see, it's the end of the first Helltide. End of the first Helltide, I think I end up at like 25 if I'm running it on Penitent. So this is slightly slower, but of course, you gotta factor in that I'm playing the Spiritborn here. Not the Dance of Knives Rogue, so I still feel like this is plenty fast. Oh yeah, right. That was what I was supposed to do. I'm supposed to temper max life on these so that I get exorbitant amounts of life. So now I'm effectively immortal for the time being. I'm gonna wait. I gotta throw this on. There we go. Okay. Now they mentioned that I have to go to the Field of Giants, and that is where I will head, just double checking that there's nothing else there. Okay, so I'm gonna go there then. I might also run the Stronghold while I'm here. I don't usually do this, but the last time I remember thinking to myself, I should try to see how well it, like, yeah, I should try to see if I can clear the Stronghold so that I have a place to teleport to. That should help speed up the second half of the campaign questline, even if I lose out on a little bit of XP. But I, in the first place, need to do that as part of the quest line anyway, so that should help. Been good, man. I've just been grinding on Rogue Flurry build. It's very fast. Nice, very nice. How far have you gotten with it, with the Flurry build? Have you tested in the pit? Have you tried Belial? I actually, like, because I had, okay, so I put together the build guide videos, but that actually takes quite a bit of time and effort, right? So I was pretty exhausted by the end of it. I was still down to play Diablo, so I took some time to, oh, what's this? Glittering Prim. Let me take this one out real quick. Good. Monty, Talrune, Techrune. Okay. So I took the liberty of improving my companion druid. So I'm actually really excited for the next time we play because, oh man, my companion druid now, you can't even recognize it from the last time I played it. The last time I played it, I think my highest damage numbers were like 1, maybe 2 billion. And then I think 2 nights ago I was hitting for 6 billion, and now it's it's pretty nuts. Yeah, I'm actually really tempted to try and push my companion druid up to pit 100 this season. I think I will do that. I've put a lot of work into improving that build, so I'm excited for it. You've been doing 55 pits with it. I'm just leveling up my ghosts. I see. Fair enough. Hey, Anthony. What's up, Anthony? Thanks for coming on in. Oh. There's so many monsters here. Oh yeah, I remember. They're over here.
Never gets old. Look, my hands are shaking.
All right. Healing potion, crit chance.
Feels the same way about seeing you again.
I could cast evade. What I need to do. Then there's this whole thing going on. Magic runes, legendary items. I don't care about those. My elixir is still up. Crit strike chance. Mobility skills. Well, I actually do a lot of mobility. Yeah, okay. I mean, I do spam my Withering Fist a lot. So, yeah. You got Mythic Ring to drop from boss like 2 nights ago. You got very lucky. Oh, you got Ring of Starless Skies. That is amazing. That is actually really good, dude. Oh. 400 damage. Oh, yeah, it's because of the Disintegrate. Nice.
Hollows have breached the spirit realm.
Okay. Confront Mephisto, and then the portal shows up. Okay. I actually got some mythics too. I got Doombringer and I got Tyraels. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people are able to get like the big 3 so easily. Well, I mean, I guess it's big 4 technically speaking. Shroud of False Death is, I think, the big one. Then Ring of Starless Skies, then Heir of Perdition, and then Harlequin Crest. Those are the 4 like really important mythics. All the other ones are varying degrees of usefulness, but those ones tend to be very popular. But in the case of, oh, can't even spiral it around because this thing's in the way. You got the boomerang to drop too. Boomerang? What boomerang? Let me know if you need any help clearing bosses, by the way. I don't know how many boss mats you have, but I can probably run you through bosses, even on Torment 4 now. Like, I put a lot of effort into my companion druid so that I can help you out. Not just you, but other people too, if need be. Anthony said, I got the Shroud and 2 Harlequin Crests all from the random box. Random box? Oh, you mean like the Mythic Unique Caches? Why do you have so many Resplendent Sparks anyway? And perhaps more to the point, what mythics do you have? Like, for me, like, I'm pretty sure Shroud of False Death is like a mythic among mythics, you know? It's like tougher to find for me. Like in all the past seasons, I usually find, let's say, like 3 Melted Hearts of Seligs, 4 Doombringers, let's say 3 Andariel's Visage. You know, I'm making up numbers, but then in comparison, I'm lucky to even find 1 Shroud of False Death as a boss drop. I'm not kidding. Every Shroud of False Death or Heir of Perdition I've ever made, if I've made them, I think has come from me actually having to craft them, either through the Mythic Cache or using the runes. I think in Season 7 I had plenty of runes, So that was not as big a problem, right? Like everyone was swimming in runes. But or was it season 6? Either way, season 8 runes were very scarce, so I had to open up Mythic Cache, and then I think I got Air of Perdition, if I remember right. So that was troublesome. Let me do some boss runs later. Yeah, sure, we can. I am pretty good on my uniques though. Like I can, of course, use some upgrades, but I'm actually pretty good where I'm at right now, I would say. Hey, I finally got my key passive. Okay, let me wait until I get to the next point of dialogue.
The one Akarat called for.
Yeah, okay. Here. What are we looking for?
Ritual sites. Anything.
Okay. Now search for artifacts related to Abalan. Right. I think it's here, right? Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about having the disintegrate beam. Like, it just happens to have the lowest cooldown, that's why I run it, but I actually want to be able to see my damage with the Razor Wings too.
Folks from Lost
200. Not too bad.
The mosaic beneath Kuras.
You got most of your sparks from the season reputation.
Another
But hold on, but Resplendent Sparks you can only do it once per character. Is it because you ran like a whole bunch of characters? Because I'm at like, I've made 6 characters, right? I've made 6 characters and I am like, I haven't actually finished their like reputation, whatever. But sure, like I have access to 6, right? After that though, I don't know if I would entrust my odds to chance. I'd probably have to farm the runes for them. I guess that's what I need to run bosses for. Spiritborn is so slow? I don't know about that. Spiritborn's fine. I mean, like, I'm just leveling right now. I don't know if we're talking about, like, later on, or... I'm guessing, knowing you, Lee, you're talking about later. Because later on, yeah, I haven't really tried it, but I can imagine that it gets,
Don't hurt the spirits!
They are already lost to corruption, Eru.
Oh, wrong way.
So young!
Okay, this way then. Maybe up this way. Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, I'm still waiting on my mythics. My companion druid is up and going. I don't think I can compete with, like, how strong the poison puddles druid is. I mean, pit poison puddle, whatever, is like pushing like pit 115. But I can't do. I don't think my companion druid will be able to do that, especially not the way I'd prefer to build it. I don't want to play like bear companion druid. I want to play just standard like human companion druid. But
I'll open the way.
yeah, where it's at right now, I've done quite a bit. You have 7 tunes. Whoa, you actually made 7 characters. Ah, that's even more than me. Like, when I'm done this, I'll be at 6, but it's not quite.
Don't you remember me?
Oh yeah, right. I have disintegrate. Okay. Well, what happens if I use this? There, 910 damage. Actually, that kind of gets me thinking. Seeker damage is increased by 15% on my critical strike and vulnerable. So I can actually pump that up and my Seeker damage would go through the moon if I wanted, but all class got buffed. Yeah, I know all classes got buffed, and that's exactly why I'm playing Spiritborn right now.
Die for nothing.
Hold
Power gathers there in his heart.
on a second.
Can still help Nerel.
I
Cut swiftly.
guess probably this one. Yeah, increased damage to vulnerable enemies. So, yeah. I think I actually get a lot of vulnerable damage for my ultimate too, because of that. Hey, there's another upgrade there. Ooh, this is double damage for me if I switch. I think that's a pretty sizable increase. I'll probably go that. Hey, first time chatter. I am the Aspect. How goes it? Aspect.
Go and find out.
It's a pretty clever name. I like that. Hey, and here's some boots too. That should help. I use the Whisper Cache as a way to power level my tunes. Got about 6 of them with my Sorcerer on T4 and put it in the stash. Ah, okay. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. No wonder you're... Well, yeah, it is starting to make a lot more sense the way things are going for you. Okay, I'm gonna clear the stronghold now just so that I don't have to make it a return trip all the way over here. I guess that would be a much quicker way to go about farming the mythics. Like, I could, I guess, make new characters and then do, like, Gift of the Tree, or... Yeah, I guess that would be a really good way to level, the power level tunes. Because, like, the way I do it, of course, is I try to actually run through the game so I can show the gameplay of playing, like, a particular build, class, whatever. But... your method would make a lot of sense in terms of speeding through the game. That does make a lot of sense. I'm just trying to figure out... Oh, you know, I think increased damage while unstoppable. Sure. Chilling saw the stream, thought of hopping in. Oh yeah, no worries. If you need help, I can help. Oh, thank you, but I am perfectly fine. If I wanted, yeah, I could... There's like so many ways I could boost this character to 60. I could use like the Whisper Caches. I probably could have asked others for the help leveling these characters too, but I don't know, like, I'm guessing you're relatively new to my content, but I'm intentionally trying to play this character from level 1 all the way to level 60, and then Torment 1 to Torment 4. The point of me doing these runs is to kind of show people, like, you know, some of us are pretty anti-social, right? So maybe not everybody wants to get rushed or power leveled and interact with other people. And so if, you know, you were to play, let's say, a Razor Wings Spiritborn, and you were not going to ask for outside assistance, this might be what the gameplay might look like. So that's kind of the gist of how my gameplay operates. And if I were to get a boost from other people, as much as I appreciate it, if I were to get a boost from other people, it kind of defeats the purpose of why I'm doing this run in the first place. But yeah, thank you very much, though, for the assistance. You liked it. Okay, that's good. Have you seen my YouTube channel by any chance? I'm guessing probably not. Like, it says you're a first-time chatter. There's some people who come into my YouTube, or who come into my Twitch streams from my YouTube channel, and then there's other people who just find it by sheer chance on Twitch. Which one are you? Like, did you guys happen to stumble upon my stream, or okay, so you don't know my YouTube? That's okay. That's all good. So I'm gonna just pull this up real quick. What are you running this season, by the way? Aspect. Are you? Oh, I don't want to hear myself there. So let me just see if I can find it. So this is my channel, in case you're not aware. It is YouTube.
Hey, what's going on? It's Inventor here with my companion.
Okay. Oops. Spiritborn. Ah, so you're a fellow Spiritborner. I'm guessing you're running Thorns like most of the others who are playing this season, right? You stumbled. Oh, okay. You happened to stumble upon it. Got it. Okay, I'll try not to ask too many more questions. I don't want to interrupt whatever you're doing. But yeah, I mean, again, it is... I do appreciate the offer once again. But yeah, so there's my channel. So just to kind of give you an idea of the content I'm putting out, it's level 1 to Torment 4 gameplay, entirely like by myself, not receiving outside assistance. And then after that, I put together a build guide for each of the classes or builds that I play in the game. So one of each class. Yeah, so this is the last of my characters. I started off with Companion Druid. Companion Druid is my favorite build in the game, so I always start with Companion Druid. Then after Companion Druid, I played the Thorns Barbarian this season, then the Blizzard Sorcerer, then the Dance of Knives Rogue, and then the Affliction Curses Necromancer. I don't know if you've ever seen that build. That's a really fun one, and quite an unusual one that I don't think I ever really see get played. And then finally, there is the Razor Wings Spiritborn. And it actually kind of goes in line with what Lee Burgess from YouTube was saying earlier. All classes did indeed receive a buff, and one of the things that got buffed on the Spiritborn was Razor Wings. A 20% damage increase. I guess it's not like too much in the grand scheme of things, but it is still quite helpful. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And yeah. You play Balazon Poison Thorns. Ah, yes, that's as I would have expected. I think that the majority of people this season are playing Hydra Sorcerer, and if not Hydra Sorcerer, then it is Balazan Thorn Spiritborn. Ooh, there. Yeah, because when I play, yeah, usually when I play a character, like, I know that Balazan Thorns is like flavor of the season, but I try my best to play something that, you know, that not everyone's playing, because I don't really think that people get too much out of watching me play more Thorn Spiritborn, since pretty much every other streamer who's playing Thorn or playing Spiritborn is playing Balazan Thorns, right? And same thing with Hydra Sorcerer too. So that's why I tried to do Blizzard. I tried to do Incinerate, and I'm actually working on a Ball Lightning build right now. It's very late game oriented. You know, it's funny you say that, because one of the people from my chat, Lee Burgess, he is on YouTube right now, so you probably wouldn't be able to see his messages. He was saying that, yeah, he does feel that Spiritborn is quite slow. And I think that goes kind of hand in hand with what you're saying about it, like the Thorn Spiritborn being very late game oriented. You probably do need a lot of aspects and gear and all that to kind of get it up and going. But having said that, I'm not really, like, this particular character, I'm not... give me a second, there's a bot in chat. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of that real quick. Yeah, so Spiritborn Thorns is... Hold on a second.
Don't be.
Alright, return to Durance of Hate, and then I can head on down here. So, I mean, I myself, like, this particular character or build that I'm using right now is not really, I don't really think that matters too much to me in this case. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna run in. It doesn't really matter too much about the speed of Thorn Spiritborn, because I'm not playing Thorn Spiritborn anyway. I am playing Razor Wings, and, well, when I tried it last season, it was not great. But they have made a number of adjustments, so who knows, maybe it'll be slightly better. I think counterattack in particular, with, like, one of the aspects can now, like, reflect Razor Wings out with more damage, and there's other ones that can be quite helpful. Do less damage to me.
He's still here. A good sign they're still holding on.
I'm trying to find... Hold on. Is it this one? No. I thought there was something that actually is supposed to give me more damage, but I'll figure that out later. Yeah, he is. Lee said Rogue, Sorcerer are fastest classes in game. I wonder, like, I think Hydra is fastest right now. Like, if you're trying to go level 1 to Torment 4, like, I don't think even with all of my equipment and everything put together, I was only able to make it to Torment 4, like, level 1 to Torment 4, 9 hours on Necro. That was probably the fastest 1 to 60 I've ever done. Well, and, like, level 1 to Torment 4 run I've done ever. But meanwhile, other people were, like, reaching Torment 4, like, first day, within, like, 6 hours, 7 hours, Hydra Sorcerer. Just because of how ridiculously strong Hydra is, right? With the aspects and the new unique Ophidian Iris. I still think that that build as a whole is a mistake. Of course, you know, let people have their fun. Oh, do I need to keep going? Oh, okay. Yeah, not a lot of the Sorcerer mains would hate to hear that, but I have some thoughts about, like, how the balance is for Sorcerer right now. Same complaints I've had in past seasons, but with the, like, branded with a different name, essentially. Anyway, whatever. But that's,
It wasn't by coincidence that I found your body floating down the river.
I guess I'll
Sent me to you.
these, and then I can grab this thing. Yeah, it's good. Oh. Got more armor now. That's good. All right, good.
Never thought I'd have the personal help of Akrat himself.
So Rogue is fastest class in the game. I can kind of...
Those mythical help is needed.
I think that Dance of Knives... I feel like Dance of Knives is, like, one of the fastest builds for leveling, like, 1 to 60, if not the fastest. But on the other hand, I feel like I don't know, like Torment 1 to 4 on a fresh rogue, I feel like would be kind of challenging. Maybe with Penshot and Azarath, it might be okay. But right now, like I feel like Rogue does not have that same level of power that Hydra Sorcerer does. That's how I like what I think anyway. But anyway, yeah. So regarding Sorcerer, I'm gonna give my little, I want to say rant about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be the no fun police either, right? Like as Blizzard has said in the past, the no fun police, all that. But I think that they really did overtune Hydra like crazy though, to the point where Hydra is just about the only build anyone is really willing to play this season. With the exception of Chain Lightning Sorcerer, but even Chain Lightning Sorcerer is really not a Chain Lightning Sorcerer. It's just Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is just using Azarath as a conduit, or other way around. Azarath is just using Chain Lightning as its conduit to do damage, is how Chain Lightning build looks right now. And then when you have Hydra, well, the Hydra is okay. Hydra, like, the new unique for Hydra is cool. I like the way that they changed Hydra to make it do AoE damage. That's great. I think the problem with Hydra, though, is that or rather with like Ophidian Iris is like they just give way too much, like it just gives way too high stats. It gives like what 100 up to 100% more damage, multiplicative damage with each head above 3, was it? So like just that alone is like a 300 or maybe even like 400% damage modifier if you scale it up all the way to max. And then if you combine that with what's that other item? Living memory. Hey, yeah, this actually pays for me, the fact that I unlocked this waypoint here. That's good. So yeah, that's just Ophidian Iris alone, and then they have Serpentine Aspect scale with every point of mana you have, and it's not like a trivial amount either. If you put it on like a two-hander or something, you can scale it up to like 3% per point of mana spent, and you know, like with things like Harlequin Crest or Tybalt, or not even Tybalt, Axial Conduit. Like last season, I ran Axial Conduit to max out my resource so I could do like some overpower shenanigans. But in the case of Hydra, like, yeah, you could pump your mana to, I don't know, I'll throw out a number. Let's say 300 mana. You can get like 900% just off that alone. And that doesn't really make much sense in my opinion. Like, having like a Hydra scale off of a 900 and a 300% damage modifier, just those two, or 400% damage modifier, just those two items alone, or just those two things alone. I just can't really make much sense of it. Especially when last season they went through such painstaking trouble to avoid having like these infinitely scaling damage modifiers. Where's the next? Okay, there we go. Yeah, they went through all this trouble to try to get rid of like infinitely scaling damage modifiers, right? They removed it first. They removed it from the ultimate, then they removed it from key passives. Like I remember, I think burning damage, combustion, worked with like incinerate, or it was working with incinerate for a while. But then they got rid of that, or at least they kind of capped it so that you can't get 100 per, or you can't scale it to like 1000% or more damage anymore like you used to be able to, right? So I mean, they capped everything, and then they proceeded to release the Serpentine aspect, or rework it the way they did. It just doesn't really make much sense to me, because now, yeah, like of course, there was one other thing too. Last season there were aspects that had crazy uncapped scaling, right? Like earthquakes or lightning spear. Lightning Spear was dominant for like, what, 2 seasons, 3 seasons? Because of that one aspect that was very dependent on like, I don't remember how it worked, but it was like ridiculous amounts of damage, and then you combine that with overpower, right? But now it's basically the same problem that we had before, but with a different name. The problem that we have now is not overpower with the splintering energy aspect. I think that's what it was called. Now it's just Serpentine with Ophidian Iris. And yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't want the people who are playing like, you know, I think people have been waiting for Hydra to be really strong for many seasons, but the problem, my issue isn't with Hydra. It's just with the the seemingly contradictory balancing philosophy they have about trying to like adjust sorcerer and all that. Anyway, so that's my rant. Of course, I don't think anyone here cares too much for it, but I did want to get it off my chest. And you know, I'm not. Wait, what? Oh, do I need to emote? Yeah, I need to emote here.
Aid would be welcome.
Okay. And then I don't. The Spiritborn right now is in a bit of an interesting state with. Oh, I can actually. Yes, hold
Akarat's footsteps,
on.
same as you. Though we faltered,
Unstoppable.
you prevailed.
Okay. Guess I can work with this. So there's like Jaguar, Spirit Hall, right? Jaguar, Spirit Hall.
The heretics have
I am sorry for the violence they brought.
Yeah.
It was silenced easily enough.
Jaguar Spirit Hall has this like, oh, every time you deal however much direct damage to an enemy, and then there's like another aspect that allows you to get the same effect. And I remember some was it Wadijo did a video saying that Spiritborn can like quintuple dip on the damage in the game, which I think is kind of like that's just a little ridiculous, I think. But
Lay it all down to rest.
just a little bit much, I think.
Consumed.
Okay. I actually did put my key passive in. Every time you use evade or use a mobility skill, Eagle skills still increase damage for 3 seconds. Yeah, okay, fine. And then here's a nice polearm to replace my current one. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. Razor Wings is now also an incarnate skill with You Are Unhindered. Also an incarnate skill. Wonder if there's any aspects that work with incarnate skills. Whenever when you cast an incarnate skill, enemies around you become vulnerable for 5 seconds. So, Razor Wings. Killing a vulnerable enemy echoes 15% of the killing blows damage to another nearby enemy. Yeah, that one. That together. But that's for me to try to put together closer to Torment. Enter Dedicant's Cache, so I'll go there. I need to actually hit something in order to trigger that. I can do my last points into... Wait. I'm using Eagle skills. Later, I'd like to pick up some of these other damage modifiers, but for now, I think I'll actually get my last skill, which is Counterattack, and then I'll throw it into Reinforced Counterattack. Good. So now I have all my skills that I'd like to use, at least. Very simple and straightforward build, at least. That is a little refreshing. Yeah, kind of glad I picked up this waypoint. It should help. Should be a very big help for me. And out I go. You be back? You're gonna run out to store? Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you in a bit then. I was gonna ask how many boss mats you had and all, but no. Ask about that later. Oh, ooh, obols? There. Although I never actually did clean out the bag of obols that I already had.
It's almost like we're back in the peaks, shuffling through old
Oh.
books in the vault.
I can...
What's that dusty old hole in the ground?
Defensive skills. This helm. I could try to throw in an aspect onto it and then the max life, whatever it is. Just need to know which side I'm going through. Over here, I guess. Maybe this way? Yeah, I think it's downwards, down to the right. Yeah, should be. Okay. Now I just need to throw this in. And keep going downwards. All right. Okay. So now I wait here, and then next point we'll go to reinforced counterattack.
The other side. I'll crawl through. Don't make that face. I didn't mean it seriously.
So I can vortex them in and then use Razor Wings, and indeed, I think especially because I just switched my weapon, my damage is pretty good right now. Potency skill damage. Yeah, not nearly as much.
You're lucky it's me and not Laura here.
I don't think I have enough.
Oh no. I'd never hear the end of it.
I'm gonna go this way. Oh, wrong way. And I'm gonna keep moving up this way. And keep heading on down. Activate this. And then there's a nice little spot here. Level 32. Again, I think my Dance of Nizra would be at well, I mean, I think that my XP gain in the second half when I get from like 40 to 60 should be a lot quicker using
For anything that mentions
the quest line here. Oh yeah, I remember. It's always up here.
yes, his
There, portal that it can retreat. And then I'm pretty close to the end of the game here. Probably like 5 or 6 more. And I'm going to be done after that. Oh, let me just grab that real quick. And now I can go this way. Now I just need the counterattack bounces Razor Wings back aspect. With more damage. This is convenient that I picked up Fleet Wings aspect. I can actually use that too. But at the end of the day, the one aspect that I need the most is actually unyielding hits, because that's like the single biggest source of damage, especially early on, that I can get, because I can actually pump up my armor to like 1,000 pretty easily. I mean, if I throw on like Juggernauts and get a few good armor rolls, like my damage still wouldn't be as high as the Affliction Necro, I don't think, but still pretty good. And I still didn't bother to put any additive damage modifiers either. In my stuff. Search for Iru in the Burn Knight camp. Yeah. Yeah. Not out. I'm gonna port to Ketchuk. Again, pretty convenient that I can just teleport over. Saves me a bit of time. And would have needed to do this eventually, sooner or later. Anyways. Temper. And I didn't actually bother to put on any finesse on this. Or any recipe there. And then this, same thing. Nope, I get it on the first try. I did actually. Damage, damage, damage. This one doesn't have damage, so I gotta put damage on that. And then I think I'm done. Damage, okay. Salvage everything else, except for my helm, which... magics, rares, this is no longer an upgrade. And then this,
Be patient with the children. They're hurting.
I can
Come to help the young ones?
get some extra... Wait, what? Equipped. Huh?
Brighter days are coming, stranger. They've
Equipped. Oh, this is a chest armor. Oh, okay. I've been reading this wrong the entire time. Oops. Oops. Hold on. So... Defensive skills, armor. Okay, yeah. This should actually have max life on it. Max life, okay. And then this should also have max life. This should already have max life on this. Everything else is okay, so I'll salvage this.
with the right tools.
Then throw these in. More crit strike chance. I can get Nurun, that's nice. primary resource. I don't care about those. And then I think I'm supposed to get one other thing. I don't remember what though. Oh, I remember. I'm actually supposed to temper this with movement. Evade cooldown reduction would also be kind of handy, but I'd like to max out my movement speed. Oh, okay, good. Increase movement speed when with chill. Oh, there. I guess they wouldn't expect me to do the stronghold. That's convenient. Yeah, because normally I'd have to run it all the way from here all the way up here, but instead I can just
What is?
I can come in right from the stronghold. Jewels are also an easy source of armor. Yeah, that is true. It is. There's a lot of very good ways to get armor like that. But I think for jewels, I usually prefer not to grab my jewels right away when I'm going from 1 to 60, because if I do... Hold on a second. Where... Oh, it's this way. I can never remember. Yeah, no, it's a good tip for sure. I just I usually opt not to use these. There. I usually opt not to use jewels though when I'm going from level 1 to 60, because most level 1 to 60 wouldn't have access to jewels, like for sure, right? Herodic powers are a bit of a weird one because, you know, if you go through the seasonal quest line, you would, but or some of them. But in the case of Roderick Jewels, almost certainly I wouldn't have like 15,000 gem fragments. So I usually avoid throwing on the Herodic Jewels I have from the beginning. Not to mention, I don't know if I have enough gem fragments yet on this character, or on this account rather, like across all the characters that I've run. So, but yeah, like if I were to use jewels, it would contribute armor and all the other modifiers they have too. And resistances. Resistances, I guess, could kind of nice.
A time-tested blade is a good companion. Tell me more real.
What are you running right now? Aspect, are you pit pushing, or are you running like bosses, or what do you have on your build? What's your like... Yeah, how's your Thorn Spiritborn going? I haven't played Thorn Spiritborn. I don't intend to make Thorn Spiritborn, but of course, I have a feeling that... Hold on. Well, I mean, it would be nice to know a little bit more about it, I guess, because it's one of the builds I don't plan to play, given that it's not really... Well, I have no interest in playing it, but I'd at least like to know how Thorn's Spiritborn feels for people. I mean, I heard from Lee how it was, but that's just, you know, one person. I'm sure there's others who have different experiences with all that. Okay, I should probably start picking up ranks of my ultimate here. I'm gonna finish what you started. Yes. Okay. I can use Razor Wings to just hit all these ads. Oh, there's Urivar. This will be a good chance for me to test my... Oh. What? Oh. I guess my bird did so much damage that it didn't... Like, he just died instantly from that, because I don't think it was my disintegrate there. Oh, you're at only 172 Paragon. Ah, I just started to feel it actually working. Oh, hold on a second. Let me
Perhaps I'll finally have it off my back.
head back real quick. Oh, there's the other point. Head on up over this way, and I guess soar. I guess it would be down here.
What have you done? All she wanted was
Okay.
to help you.
And now I can...
No.
Okay, and gotta go.
I'm so
And then...
she was
Well, then I have to go all the way to Samak. Okay, so we're pretty close. Probably another 3 or 4 quests. That gives me like 4 or 5 levels, and then I can actually begin all of the stuff to get me to like level 60 and all that.
just go.
Okay, Kejin Pinnacles. And that wasn't your fault in there. There. And I guess this one. More damage. Okay. There. I'm actually really looking forward to getting the Seeker ranked up to max. Okay, so I am only 172 Paragon. I just started to feel it actually working well. Okay, to where T3 is easy, not gearing for T4 to push pit. Oh, okay, I see. So right now your build is, you can comfortably clear T3, but you're not really trying to focus on T4. That makes perfect sense. I mean, you still probably are trying to rack up Paragon points and level up your glyphs and get like the right uniques and GAs aspects and all that. Please, hey, if you have any other, if you need help, please let me know, because I have other characters that I've gotten the Torment for too, right? My companion druid in particular, like I'm a big, what was the word? A stickler? I don't remember the, I'm a fanatic, I guess, sure. I'm a fanatic for the companion druid, so my companion druid is pretty kitted out. It's not as strong as like a standard Hydra sorcerer, but I can at least clear Pit 75 with it, so I think it's in pretty good shape to help other people out if you need help with like bosses and whatnot. So just let me know in the future.
I'll search this way.
Now discourage, and then you said it's not good, or it's not good early, not so much. Right, that actually is perfectly in line with what Lee Burgess has been saying the whole time. About, yeah, like the Thorn Spiritborn feels good, but it takes a while to get it ramped up. So I didn't get to play Balazan, so I don't know about it. But this is very useful information, so thank you very much for it. Now much better. Just gearing up, just gearing and focus of getting everything I need. Okay, yeah, I see. What do you need now, Aspect? Maybe. Because later today I'm gonna, or no, maybe not today. I don't know if I have time later today, but when I reach Torment today, I'll probably try to go Torment 4 tomorrow. When I try to hit Torment 4 tomorrow,
It's already tipping over.
hold on a second.
You see that, right? It's not just me.
Where? Okay, nice. So I'm gonna probably, like, I'm gonna reach level 60 today, probably in the next couple hours, and then after I reach Torment, or after I reach Torment 1, right? Tomorrow I'm gonna try to push all the way to Torment 4. I don't know how long that'll take. I hope I can do it by tomorrow. I'm probably gonna start bright and early. And then probably while I do that, I might get some, like, I'll probably be farming mythics for, or like uniques or bosses for my, like, whatever uniques I need on this build. So maybe I'll find something that you might be able to use. Not sure.
You think
I may have to go around to kill that treasure goblin. But yeah, basically, if you need help, or if there's any uniques that I find that you might need, I might be able to toss them over to you later, is what I'm trying to get at here. I've been doing that. If I find any uniques that I need that other people don't, if there's uniques that I have that other people need, then I usually just toss them over because, well, I don't want them to go to waste, right? You have my uniques, nothing else really? Oh, okay. All right, no worries then. Getting closer to mid-max. Oh, okay. I got all my jewels and gems and runes also. So what are you missing now at this point? It feels like, or it sounds like you have just about everything. I still can't go over there for some reason. Maybe this way? No. I think I'm just gonna let the treasure goblin go. It'll take way too long to... Oh, okay. Maybe hop on over here and finish this up. Okay. Jewels, gems, and runes. Yeah, I am actually still missing enough sapphires to make, I think it's grand sapphires, the one that's missing. I have royal sapphire, or for my companion druid, I have like royal gems, just no grands yet. So I still need to sort that out, but overall it's doing pretty well for what it is. Hold on, let me see how much damage this actually does. Without Ooh, yeah. There. 10.3k. Nice. And there's plenty of room to boost up my damage even further if I really wanted to. But, yeah, that's quite alright. That's just my ultimate alone, though, that's doing all that damage. Bring Neyrel to Samek, finally. Okay. I guess I can't go this way. Maybe the other way around that I just came from. Okay. Can I go this way for it, maybe? Nope. It's like blocked off for some reason. I, for some reason, cannot reach that treasure goblin. Oh, nice. Free XP just by running. Oh, okay. I just wish that Devourer, like, that they would make Devourer good. I really would want to make, like, the one Spiritborn build that I would want to mess around with the most is Devourer. So I wonder if next season they might try to rework it in some way. That would be nice. Okay. Where are the faces? A face of Akra. Okay, that's one. Okay, and then there's one here. Okay, maybe... Come on, Neyrel. She's so slow. Okay, there. That makes two. And then I need one more. This one. Here. Here. What is this? Two-handed sword? Well, doesn't work for me, so get rid of it. Yeah, just waiting to get in here, and then I think I'm ready. Aspects that I have everything I need, just trying to get in mid-max gear. Maybe 2 to 3 stars, gloves, boots, ring, and necklace. Oh, okay. Also picked up Starless yesterday. Okay, well, looks like you're ahead of me in terms of strength. And it's kind of crazy to me because, like, I feel like I was able to reach... Yeah. I mean, like, right now, I don't know. I guess you can see it. I'm, like, Paragon level 231, right? Well, I guess I did actually get 2 mythics. I've gotten 2 mythics so far. It's Doombringer and Tyrael's, but I noticed that there's, like, a lot of other people who are, like, 20, 30, maybe even, like, 50 Paragon levels below me, and they've been able to get mythics like it's, like, nothing. It's kind of interesting to me, how easily others are able to pick up mythics, but... I don't know, maybe it's because I don't run enough bosses or something, but yeah, I tend to have a hard time finding mythics, and whenever I do, it tends to never be like Ring of Starless Skies or Air of Perdition or, of course, Shroud of False Death is the big one. 2 to 3 stars, gloves, boots, and ring and necklace. That's so funny. Yeah, most of my gear is still 1 GA. Yeah, so I got a lot of work to do on my, well, all my builds, but especially my Companion Druid, like my main build for the season. But, of course, it's like a... I mean, that's still a ongoing work in progress. And most of the... Even most of the 1 GAs are already giving me all the damage I need. I'd like, multi-GA, but it's a little difficult to come by. I just don't feasibly think that I'd be able to get, like, multi-GA on everything. Like, I'd rather focus on developing other characters. Especially once I reach Pit 100. Like, I'm trying to hit Pit 100 right now with my Companion Druid. Once I hit Pit 100, then I can kind of take it easy, I think, for the season. I don't think I'm really too interested in, like, trying to really pump up my character with, like, multi-GA uniques, multi-GA mythics, perfect aspects and all that. Although, honestly, yeah, I do kind of wish I'd get better rolls on my aspects, because that'd be a pretty massive damage boost. Anthony said, only had 1 mythic drop from boss. The others are from the Spark random box. Oh, okay. I get it. You've been opening up the, I know we talked about this, but you actually have been opening up the random box, not the ones where you have to, like, convert runes. I'm still, honestly, I'm actually doing pretty well in terms of Hold on a second. Let me see if I can hop this.
I didn't. Not for sure. But you told me.
Oh.
When I heard you speak that phrase,
Yeah, Spark random box.
walk with the mind open.
Yeah, I am still trying to. Well, I guess I don't have any runes on this particular character, but all my other characters are like sitting on some like legendary runes. So my intention is to just like with my other characters, I'm probably going to be trying to craft the mythics that I actually need on this build. That's kind of my intention, at least. Oh, by the way, hey, Legion event in 4 minutes and world boss in 9 minutes. I heard recently that apparently Legion event is supposed to be pretty insane now, so I'd like to actually try that later. I have about 9 minutes to finish the world boss, so or to complete all this in time for the world boss. So I'm gonna do that actually. I think I should be able to make it. It shouldn't take me that long to get through the rest of this. There's no waypoint here, so it'd be a pain to have to return here. So I want to finish this. Then I'll probably move on to the world boss, is my plan. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a lot of increased base damage. Although, I do lose out on Fleet Wings aspect. That's okay, though. I can make some adjustments for that later. Yeah, see, look at that. My Razor Wings do only, like, 300 damage, but then as soon as I put this down, there, it does like 5,000. Yeah, like Seeker damage has always been like ridiculous. I actually really enjoy Seeker. I just wish Devourer had that same level of power, that same level of oomph. I mean, it's like an ultimate skill. But of course, the cooldown on it is a little difficult to bring back, but that's exactly the beauty of it. Anyway, you've only... So, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't plan to gamble using the Mythic Cache, but maybe I should. It depends. Like, I feel like I'd rather just farm the runes to guarantee Mythics, because I find that traditionally my luck is pretty bad. So I feel like if I open up Mythic Cache, like, what are they going to give me? Like, I forget what that item is called. The stupid amulet. Melted Heart of Selig? Yeah, I have a feeling that if I were to try to roll the random Mythic Cache, they're just going to give me, like, Melted Heart of Selig or something. Knowing how these things go for me, usually. There, wow, actually made it through. But, that's not a bad idea, though, opening up the Mythic Cache. Last season, I didn't... Like, it was hopeless, the idea of me trying to find enough runes. So... There. Another one. And then another one. Yeah, I do wish I had a bit more vulnerable damage so that I could... I should probably be running vulnerable damage to scale up my Seeker. Open Tomb Gate? Alright. Yeah, maybe on the next set of items I do, I'll do vulnerable damage instead. Yeah, I think that should be fine.
This is it. We're nearly there. We can finally make this right.
Some things cannot be made right.
You're a great help, Iru.
They cannot be undone.
I know. I'm sorry.
From... Yeah. I guess so.
In the grasslands, we read of Safeguards, one of the Dedicants builds in this tomb.
Paragon 230. 2 mythics. I wonder if that's the norm. Yeah, I do feel... Well, you know, I think I know what it is. I think that usually because I'm running like 5 characters... Or, well, 6 characters. Usually a lot of my journey is on trying to get from like level 1 to Torment 4 and like leveling my glyphs and all that. But other people, when they try to go like level 1 all the way to like Paragon level 250 or whatever, they usually do a lot of boss related stuff when they're making their 1, 2, maybe 3 characters, right? That's kind of my guess. Like, I'm like thinking about it. Like general public, because like a lot of people I talk to that I see in other people's streams, the other people that I see, like people I see in like other streams, they like a lot of them are like Paragon 200 only, but I guess I see that they've been running like a lot of bosses, and because they run bosses, yeah, because they are running bosses, I guess that might be one of the reasons why they have so many mythics. in the first place. There. Good.
No, I feel.
Starless. But I would like to have some fun with some of those other mythics. Hey, Lee, you're back. Okay, good. I'll probably be taking a short break in about a half hour, by the way. I just gotta point that out real quick. Okay, I still have a bit of time. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be taking a bit of a break in about a half hour, so just giving people the heads up now.
From it.
Of course, on the recording, I'm gonna just pause the stream, or pause it, but I'm probably gonna be gone for a bit, so
One makes another go out.
There must be a certain
yeah. Door has been unsealed. Good. Yeah, me too. I love fun with Mythic. Yeah, Mythics are nice. Yeah, Mythics do feel pretty good to have for sure, but I don't get to mess around with them very often. You know, the one Mythic I haven't really gotten to use very much of? Shroud of False Death. I've always wanted to run a Shroud of False Death. I think this season will actually be the season because I need to pull together my runes, but I think I might have almost enough runes to build a Shroud of False Death myself. I think I'm just like missing like 1 or 2 back runes or something somehow. Yeah, and it's not like I'm going to be lacking out on armor either because I have... Oh. Yeah, I already have a pretty good bit of armor on my companion druid from my gloves.
Do you think I was too late?
No.
Oh, Vigo. It
Okay.
was us who was too late.
Eyes stained with ash and ember. Cursed are we who must remember.
After
Oh, here's Donan. I think here's the boss, right?
rushed aside.
Nope, never mind. He dies to the disintegrate beam. Oh, here's the boss.
Never.
And I want to see how well... Oh. I guess if I had my... another charge of my ultimate, he would be dead there. That's annoying. I wanted to, like, one-shot the Forgotten Warden, but I could have actually one-shotted him if I had the right equipment. Like, if I throw on Damage Temper, particularly vulnerable, and then, like, some aspects, could probably hit for, like, 100k or something
We knew them.
with that. Okay, so I just did a level 55. Hey, this is the end of the campaign. Hold on a second. Just did a level 55 pit Torment 4. Not bad. I know I need more Paragon for sure. Yeah, I can kind of get behind that. Usually, I find that I tend to be able to comfortably handle Torment 4 at around... Well, I guess it depends on which character, right? But as a general guideline, Paragon level 150... Or, no, sorry, 150 Paragon points. Like, on average, I'd say about 150 Paragon points with 1 or 2 glyphs ranked up to Legendary. I think that a lot of people say glyphs are the most important. They are indeed important, but I feel like usually if you're going like Torment 1 to 4, it really boils down to uniques. Uniques and aspects usually tend to do... Oh, and Legendary nodes tend to do a lot of the heavy lifting there.
To give away your strength.
But, yeah.
Mortal, she will rot. Your gifts will rot with her. By my hand,
Okay.
by time, death is the first weakness of humans. Death does not make us weak.
Where's the world boss at?
It makes us matter. You are but we are mirrors.
8 seconds. Shoot. Yeah, I think I might have to lose out on this world boss.
Mephisto is
That's too
vulnerable.
bad. Maybe.
Look, a shred of Akarat's essence.
Wow, that was a lot of damage.
Forcing himself to hurt Mephisto.
Moments without me
Oh, man. That's too bad. I thought I could actually finish this, but
is my
whatever. I guess world boss will have to wait until some other time.
rejoice.
I guess I don't really even get that much or all that much out of world boss. At the end of the day, it's only... The only thing that really matters are Legion events now, maybe? I think they reworked Legion events, so those might be Might be a lot better now. Okay.
How human of you.
Thank you, Akarat.
Okay. And strike true, and I will die with him. I forgot how long this actually takes. Come on. No, I'm not going to make it in time. Well. Oh, this fight takes so long. The legendary nodes too. Yeah, I had said that. Legendary nodes, uniques, and aspects are the three things usually that I think matter more than glyphs, at least going like Torment 1 to 4. And then, yeah, after that, then glyphs matter a lot, like, because, like, once you reach, like, Paragon 200, you can actually trigger the bonuses on the glyphs a lot better.
The only way. Honor
Okay, well, I guess that's the end of it.
counts.
Do more than enough damage to end this. There. Ah, it's done, finally. And then I have to wait for this all to finish, I think. Done. 102. Okay, world boss is dead, I think. Nah, alright, let's just finish this, whatever.
Corpse laden. We need to find Aaron.
What rune did I get? Hawk rune? Nice. Curse touch. Nice. There, more XP. That's good though. Yeah, glad you're making some progress on your build aspect. Yeah. Can't wait to be heading there myself pretty soon.
Blood. He's here somewhere.
55. Speak with Nayrel.
Stop running and. Oh, Eru.
Okay, level 44, and I go to over here. I could probably salvage everything, and then I think I'm ready to go. Yeah, shoot, I was short by like 2 minutes. Oh well. I mean, there's no getting around it. It was either that or like I actually run all the way back. And I don't even think World Boss really gives that many like great rewards. At least not while like not on normal difficulty.
He used to sing me a song.
On Torment maybe.
I can almost remember it sometimes. But then it's gone.
Potency skills will increase damage. Your mother. Okay, search the Herodic Vault. So I head up on over here, and
That smell. You don't forget it. Lorath was here. Left his workbench a mess. Again.
what can I pick up now?
Let's take a look around. He may have
Oh,
left
this one.
something useful
Accumulate
behind.
max life as barrier. So I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, probably gonna need to max that next. Right. Unsent
I
letter.
left a letter for you.
I thought he might.
Okay, that makes 5. I think I know how it works. So I turn in these 5. Oh, and there's one I think maybe on the outside? Or is it just on delay? No,
Anything.
there. Found it. Yeah. Rathma's Prophecy.
Corpse,
It's a delay.
and from my mouth crawled hatred.
I recognize this. Rathma's prophecy. Lorath always did
Throw
it.
this on.
What would change his mind?
Armor? Ooh, this one's got armor on it.
Can't believe you actually found her.
Gloves.
Who are you?
With armor on it?
Friend
Sure.
of a friend.
And a glaive. Well, I'll probably start adjusting my gear pretty soon.
I've been following.
We can't keep running.
Okay.
Let's hear.
And I think I can just port directly over. I don't need to go too far out. All right. And I get to finish this off. I think that'll be that. Eat Prava at the Windswept Cabin with Nayrel. And I think this brings me to level 46. Should be around there. That brings me up, what, 2 hours? Well, I mean, in terms of when I started the actual gameplay itself, it's been about 15. It's been about an hour 45 so far. There. And one level up, I think. There. Oh, nope, didn't quite get a level up, but...
I was sent by Unkurast to find you.
And I gotta speak to Ormus, and he'll give me a whole bunch of new missions. And I think I'll start leveling up or fixing up my equipment before I head on out. And I want to actually pump up my vulnerable damage now instead of regular damage because I want to see how strong my Seeker can get at this level. I remember when I played my Affliction Necro, I was hitting for like 100,000 with every curse. But I think I might even be able to scale a Seeker higher than that. Ooh, there, very close to level 47 now. Let's see, skills deal increased damage. Okay. This is maxed out, right? Makes me unstoppable. I already think I have a way to get unstoppable, don't I? Roll damage deals less damage, generate Vig per second. There. Okay. I think this is good. I'm gonna temper it. Oh, no, I gotta go this way first. It doesn't load up in time. Sometimes I notice.
He crawled in, barely.
Okay, Tenets of Depravity. So I've done the Stronghold Kitchik. Now I just gotta do 3 dungeons in Nahantu, and I gotta complete the quest line Tenets of Depravity. And I don't know if... I think none of the aspects I'm... Oh, that's convenient. There is, turns out, there are some aspects that I can go and pick up. Unfortunately, I can't pick up Unyielding Hits, but I can... Or Endless Talons, but I can at least pick up Soothsayers. Project Fewer... Well, I guess I could do these two. I could really pump up Seeker damage too for fun. But yeah. I'm gonna... Maybe... What do I have here? Thunder Spike, Quill Volley. Do I have Razor Wings? I still don't have Razor Wings, interestingly enough. Seeker to deal double damage, though. That could be Primary Eagle, Spirit Hull. Let's see, that's fine. Okay, so now I can actually start pumping up my vulnerable damage, though. There's vulnerable damage. And then same situation on my weapon, vulnerable. Vortex size is what I would have wanted, but I don't see that as an available choice. I can throw this on, and then I can put on Worldly Finesse. Again, for vulnerable damage. Mobility would be great, I think. I don't have Unyielding Hits aspect, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would run that instead.
Come in, I don't bite. Not like I used to, anyway.
Crit strike damage. That's still fine. I should have thrown the other one on, though, first. Got a little hasty there. Okay, I think this is okay. I'm gonna probably ignore trying to reroll at the Occultist, but I will at least throw on some relevant aspects. So Edge Masters, Edge Masters is always available. So I'll put this on. What else do I have? I actually just wasted, like, I already had that. Maybe I'll do Vehement Brawler, yeah, instead. And then for this one, Project Fear. And maybe here I can throw on, I don't know, Inner Calm aspect or something of that sort. Yeah, as will do. Again, Unyielding Hits would probably be the way to go, but I don't have it, so this is the best I've got right now. This all put together, vulnerable. Does that max out my Okay, not quite maxed on the Seeker, but it should be a pretty substantial damage boost as compared to before. So, yeah, I believe I'm headed this way. I can start my run. Oh, and I just noticed I haven't been activating my elixir either. Slight mistake on my part. Okay, so I'm going to try to finish like 1 or 2 of these missions. And I need to take a short break before I push for Torment 1. Yeah. Just waiting for a good target to hit with my Seeker. Seeker makes all enemies hit vulnerable, so it should, by default, be a pretty good choice. I thought that it would be easier to get here from Kurost, but maybe I should have come in from Samak instead. Well, whatever. Okay, and I'm not going to get sidetracked here. What's going on here? Okay, now I just need to activate Seeker. Ooh, I didn't even see it. He just disappeared. I didn't even see how much damage. Okay. I think I have to go here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to actually see how much damage my ultimate does now, but I didn't even see any damage. It just exploded. Yeah. No damage to check there. Alright. Turka the Emissary. Oh, this is for the, this is for my class quest, but who cares about that? Not bad. Message from Dimitri. And I got a little bit of XP out of that. Nice. Have an extra point that I can put into somewhere. I could throw it in here, I guess. Point of ferocity. Increased max life and increased damage to knock down enemies. I guess that doesn't really give me that much damage. Centipede skills deal increased damage. I mean, at this one, I don't know if I really need the evade charge. Like, that's the thing about Spiritborn. I don't really feel like it matters. When it comes to leveling, like, they're actually so strong for leveling. I don't think it matters, like, what I run. Well, I mean, once I have the tempers, of course. Alright. Investigate the streaming.
I've noted your refusal to cooperate. Let your screams carry your soul to hell.
Alarm.
An interloper, kill them!
Dodge gain crit chance. Oh, I can actually boost my crit chance if I dodge. Okay. Now I just gotta activate my ultimate and then... There! 40k damage. Nice. I mean, it's okay. But I'm sure there's other aspects that would be a lot better for me. Increased damage. Travel to Seared Revelation. Oh yeah, right. I did the stronghold, so I can activate this for now and reward conveniently. Okay, so yeah, I guess if I walk out from here, it should still be pretty quick. Get back. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go to Samak. I think Samak is slightly shorter. No, this area got selected as a Helltide, I just noticed. How up to date is this weapon? Level 42. Okay, I see.
Pardon me, stranger.
Yeah, I'm having too much fun boosting up Razor or the vortex damage, but I should really go back to Razor Wings. I still will use Seeker as a complement to Razor Wings, like especially against bosses, but I think against regular monsters, it's nice to have Razor Wings. Yeah. Yeah, it's still good for that, at least. Okay. Okay. I mean, even without my ultimate, I can still do a lot of damage. 25.5k. Well, I don't know why the initial hit does so little damage, though.
Let us palaver.
All right. And I suppose I can run this way. Yeah. Search for an oh yeah, right, I remember. Search for the entrance to the Temple of the Profane. So it would be this way.
Welcome. Before we go.
And I can run over here. I gotta do 3 dungeons after. I don't know if I'll be able to do 3 dungeons by the time... Well, it doesn't really much matter, I guess. I'm just gotta finish this, at least.
They possess the condemned trophy we need to navigate the temple streets.
Yeah, there's no elixir that gives movement speed. That'd be nice. Okay.
Flesh removal is often the final pain of existence, leaving a fleeting
Okay.
soul. Slay the non-believer.
Good. Gonna grab this.
Many will try and stop your progress in the chamber of slaughter.
And I can slide right back down while I look to see if there's anything else I can kind of pick up. I can increase my potency, I guess, but... or the damage on it, but I do reduce the cooldown. Yeah. Still need more ways to reset my Razor Wings, or get more Razor Wing charges. Yeah.
Formidable. Many try their luck at the chamber of slaughter. Most end up.
And I think right side? Here? Okay. And... enter the Altar of Oblivion, just waiting for him to become vulnerable. Oh, didn't even get to use my ultimate on him. Wait, oh, I need to actually pick up the Condemned Trophy.
Closer to Carnival go, the more ire you'll draw. The chamber of carnage fells the best warriors, but I believe in
Ooh, actually covered quite a bit of ground with that. Okay. And place the Condemned Trophy. Alright, gonna activate this real quick. Yeah, it is a little difficult to aim these Razor Wings. I'm probably gonna switch it for, like, every time I use these Razor Wings, like, it's cool, but I don't know, just is not good the fact that I run out of charges. I can switch it now even. Okay, here.
our final condemned trophy rests with Victor. Many find their end here. We'll see his house.
But I can probably even... oh. I can use this to get through. And... oh, I wanted to vortex everything. Okay, there. That should kill him outright.
Only car of remains.
And
We've made it this far. Well, you
complete overkill on that. Yeah, I guess I'll try Razor Wings on the next group of monsters I go up against. Maybe in, like, the next dungeon that I run, or whatever.
Karov, I brought you Be silent, Scribbler. We have a guest. We've seen such horrors, you and I. Eh, Wanderer?
It's dealing lightning damage.
No greater horror than when heaven stood
Centipede,
silent
maybe?
as Cenarius was butchered. You must know the tale well.
Increases the damage they take from you up to 30%. Yeah, okay. I could do potent. Hmm.
We followed a mad angel into hell, prepared to end the eternal conflict.
Up to 10%. I guess the maximum is still always going to be... Oh, no. If I put more ranks, it actually scales up the damage bonus. Okay. Nice. I can actually get this up to like 30%. Spend 5% of my maximum resource.
I swear.
Okay. Alright. So this is going to be my... Ooh. I was going to say this is going to be my Seeker damage as compared to my Razor Wing damage, but... Well, I didn't expect them to die in a single hit. That was an accident. Well... Yeah, I mean, nothing I can do about it now. Okay, questline is done. Now I just gotta run 3 dungeons. So, which ones haven't I completed? Okay, so I could run this one. I'll run the ones that I haven't yet done. Oh, yeah, Fell Soothsayer's aspect. That's the one I wanted. So... Let's see if there's others that I can hit, but... I think that'll do for now. After I evade, next core skill dashes on my target. Okay. Why not? Do this one and then the other 2. How long will I be on? That's a good question. So, here's my plan, okay? I'm gonna play for another 5 to 10 minutes. And then after that, I need to take a short break. Maybe... I don't know how long it'll be, actually. But when I come back, I'm gonna play probably until I finish this run to Torment... well, Torment 1. Like, once I reach level 60 and all that. So, I think in total, after I come back from my break, I'll play for another hour and a half, if I were to just eyeball it. Maybe less than that, even. I feel like I'm actually really close to finishing. But, I mean, I guess I still need to gear up my character and all, but still. Slay Blackmailer. Actually, I don't need to kill any of these monsters. This is all a waste of time. Oh yeah, right. I made it so that it boomerangs around me now. Or, it's a boomerang, but... Here, this time, for now, like, if I'm, like, trying to run around, I'll be using this. Oh yeah, the monsters are actually starting to hurt, though. Because, like, that's just... Yeah, the scaling is starting to get there. Slay Blackmailer... Oh, hold on. You get on in a half hour? Oh, that's perfect then. I should be on in a half hour, but the only thing is, I'm still going to be doing my run. Was there something in particular you wanted to do? Like, I would be good to keep playing, like, a little bit on my other characters when I... Oh. What? Do I need to actually do the Animus stuff? It just says, Beast Graveyard. Okay, I mean, I can go back and pick up the Animus, but I thought that the Animus is supposed to be for the, Animus... Or I thought it was going to be for... the like bonus treasure zone or whatever, the like, because usually the Nahantu dungeons have like a bonus area that you can visit, but apparently not in this case. Okay, I should pick up the one that makes me unstoppable, perhaps. Alright, or maybe this is the route. I took the wrong path in the first place. I think this would be the right path, yeah. Here, I guess I find out in a moment. Okay. I do prefer the dungeons that are a little more straightforward, though, I do admit. Oh, okay, here's the boss. Now, if I knew where it was from the beginning, I could have been done this in, like a lot quicker. Alright, so this is with Razor Wings. If I just switch with Yeah, I mean, like, look at that. It does still take... Well, I mean, I guess if I have Vulnerable on him, that's where most of my damage comes from. Disintegrate will murder him real fast. But yeah, I think it's because I need to apply Vulnerable. I think that's why my damage is missing in this case. Alright, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to do the next one. And then I think I'm going to chill. You need a power level on your second druid? Yeah, I can do that for you. Anthony says, I need to find a faster Spiritborn build. My Thorn build feels too slow. Actually, that's so interesting that I've heard the same sentiment from so many people, because I thought that Spiritborn, like Thorn Spiritborn, was going to be completely busted this season, or at least that's what... well, I mean, I guess it's supposed to ramp up like later when you have all the gear you need. Maybe it gets a lot stronger, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect to be coming up with like some crazy strong Spiritborn build. Like, I originally wanted to do Poison because, well, for a number of reasons, but one of the big ones... Well, okay, I'd never tried Stinger Spiritborn. That was like one of the reasons, but I think the biggest reason was that I've already played a fire-based build, a cold-based build, a lightning-based build, and a shadow-based build. So I wanted to actually play like a poison-based build next, but, well, didn't quite go the way I planned for it to. Alright. Explore Vile Hive. So this way. Yeah, so I can boost you. That's okay. Like when I come back, I can switch over, help you out, and then I can get like when I'm done power leveling you, then I can switch back over and complete the Spiritborn. That is no problem. Yeah. So thanks for letting me know ahead of time, so now I can kind of like prep accordingly for that. So what build are you gonna play with, like, you're making a second druid? I didn't expect that. I feel like most people, if they're making a druid this season, they're making one druid, and it's probably something to do with pulverized poison puddles. Yeah. This is actually perfect. I can actually run my Dancer, or no, not Dance of Nizro. I can run my Whirlwind Barbarian and have a little bit of fun with that. Is it? It's the it was a suppressor that blocked off my spins of, or like my Razor Wings, I mean. I can't even move that far with this. Alright. Okay, well, here's where the boss is. And... okay, it does have a chance to come back, but I don't have a way to really apply Vulnerable with this. But now he's just gonna instantly explode with that. Yeah. I just don't have like a straightforward way to apply Soar. Or, I guess that's how I should do it. Soar into Razor Wings here. And I can... oh. Oh, Disintegrate killed them. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna... I'm gonna move to the outside of the next dungeon I want to run, but I do have to take a short break here. So I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, I'll be back in like... I don't know when. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Like maybe 20 minutes or something? I'm not sure. Alright. Close. I really do just need Unyielding Hits Aspect. Unyielding Hits Aspect would be such a massive boost to damage. But, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna stop here for a bit. Last thing, I think, Anthony said damage is high, but it is slow. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Again, I'm not well-versed in how strong, or like... I find it hard to... well, I guess I can't imagine it. It reminds me of the, the Poison Spiritborn build I made last season where I used the Shava's Poison Breath. It has a ton of poison damage, but then I still have to like detonate it to get like all that damage at once. But anyway, okay. I will be right back. I'll see you all in a bit. I'm going to pause the recording here. And yeah. Okay, I'm back from my little break. And yeah, I'm going to continue with my leveling journey here. Now it's... I'm going to take a look at the... Oh, let me actually pop another... incense, or elixir, I mean. Mine's about to wear off. I'm like, what, 2 hours into my run so far? 2.5? Close to 2.5, and I'm already level 50. Almost level 50, and then the next few levels will go pretty quickly. I think in total it'll be a little over 3 hours for the finish. At least for this build. For this character. And then I have to sort out, like, beefing up my character to clear Torment 10, but Torment 10, Pit 10. But I have the lingering suspicion that my damage is actually pretty low. It's low unless I get them vulnerable, as I guess I should expect, because all my damage modifiers are vulnerable damage right now. So, okay. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I have a lot of, like... It's on normal mode, and I got, like, a lot of damage tempers, too. It's kind of crazy how... little damage I'm doing. This way? Always the wrong direction. So yeah, you said that you are going to be back, like, I don't know if you're still here, but you said another, like, 15 minutes, right? For the power leveling? Yeah. Something I wanted to point out, if you're still around, and I guess I'll reiterate this again later if you're not, but you can always self-level too by using the, like, Tree of Whispers. If you open up a bunch of, like, Whisper caches, or if you grab a bunch of Whisper caches on Torment 4 and then you transfer it to like another character and then you open it, then you can self-level an alt character that way. So that helps. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is not too bad. Ooh. Oh wait, no, that's because I actually used Withering Fist. I want to actually see my damage on Razor Wings, but it's fine. Okay. I'm gonna... Ooh, Sorecast Vortex. This thing has movement speed, though. I should probably switch over to this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Where can I go now? So I'm done. So I'm gonna go back to Kuros Bazaar, and I'm gonna temper some movement speed on my boots. Then I'm gonna go talk to Ormus and proceed to do the rest of the remaining quests. And this should get me, like, the next 10 levels pretty quickly, or something, around that. Only like 10 levels, right? Movement speed, good. Evade cooldown reduction, I'll leave it be. Still don't have aspect of unyielding hits. Alright, give me my 2 levels.
Greetings.
People of Nahatu know me as their champion. Ah, level 49.
Ormus is right.
Like a true warrior.
Alright. Level 49, and I can pump this up. Don't expect... Well, I could do XP, but I'm only really here for Terror of the Five Hills, so... Yeah, I can always come back here later if there's like a whisper attached to it or something. Get a lot more XP that way. Although, probably not. Like, it's not like the, when I played Affliction, Curses, Necro, and I ran it on Penitent, I did enough damage to kill everything, like, without any difficulty. But here, I don't really feel like I'm doing that much damage. Well, here's a good chance for me to test out my overall damage now. Oh. Okay, that's not bad. As long as I have... How do I get out of here? Okay. It's not bad. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Ormus. Oh, wrong way. Speak to Ormus. Found Sahek. And this guy's actually higher Paragon level than I am, too. Interestingly. Speak with the Tree of Whispers. Okay, well then I go Tree of Whispers in that case. And I guess I can run some Whispers there, and yeah, everything's looking good. Only thing I'm curious about, okay, Helltide's still active in Nahanto. I might be able to catch that one if I'm lucky. Although I don't think so. Need to get 10 Grim Favors in Nahanto. Well, I can... I'm trying to think of the fastest way to go about this. I think I might be able to do Blood Maiden. Always manage to fool myself into thinking I can bite off more than I can chew when it comes to Blood Maiden, though. But I'm pretty confident that I could do it with Seeker. I basically have 3, like 50k damage nukes. Alright, Venus Motes it is. And also my... I got a lot of levels from those last 2 quests. But, I actually do quite a bit of damage, even though, like, my weapon is outdated by quite a margin now. That one's actually quite outdated. I need, like, a better one. ASAP. Maybe I should try to gamble for one, and I'm sitting on the pretty substantial number of obols. Okay. Vortex. And here. And Blast Wave. Doing me favor here. Okay, that makes 3 favors done. Find the corpse. Usually there's one where I have to do the rituals. Would have been nice to do the rituals one, but oh well. Yeah, there is also a dungeon, right? Ooh. Guess I could run that instead. Well, whatever. Yeah. Nahantu. Nahantu Helltide. Okay. That makes 2. Thing's done in 13 minutes. This one's done in 8. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I keep tiptoeing back and forth about it, but kind of have to here. Alright.
Pardon me, stranger.
Alright. So, yeah, I think I mentioned before, I'm going to use whatever tools I have available to me. So in this case, I've got plenty of Aberrant Hearts. So, although somebody else has already popped this open. Let's see, what level are they? Level 55. They're leveling same as me, I guess. Hey, this is the guy from earlier. I wonder if he's also going through the campaign too. He's probably on the part where he has to run Helltides, is my guess. Okay, just waiting for her to come back down. I'm gonna activate my ult. Oh, there's another chunk of life. And there we go, I think we got him. Or got her. And I actually got myself an upgrade. Oh, that's a pretty big upgrade, I must say. Resistance to all elements and all that. Yeah, I think I'm good here for now. Slay Hellborn, Slay Harbingers. It might take me a bit to... Oh, Odious Ector. That's a lot of materials. Too bad no Obdicite out of it. But, oh well. I wonder if I'd be able to preserve my Cinders if... I do kind of wonder if I'd be able to preserve my Cinders in a bit. I'm gonna try something. If I exit out of the game, I think that would help me protect my Cinders from disappearing at the start of the new hour. That could actually save me a fair bit of time. Yeah, so I don't have to wait. I'm gonna try it, yeah. This could be a fun way to get a little bit of, well, extra value out of this. Gold Nahantu with their treasure goblins. He's a whirlwind barb. I got a lot of respect there. This guy's going, it looks like to me like he's going pure whirlwind. I don't see any earthquakes. I don't see any dust devils. This is leveling on whirlwind alone. That's actually so refreshing to see. Not as... Well, although I guess this season... Well, I guess there's lunging strike as the flavor of the season for barb is what I saw, but... I think that for the most part this season, there's not really like fixed meta sort of whirlwind barb that I'm aware of. Well, at this point, I'm just farming up my Cinders, operating under the assumption that I'll be able to carry these over to the next hour. Otherwise, this might be a waste of time, but I mean, I guess I would need to get levels. I need to do this sooner or later anyway, I guess. Like, by the time I finish the seasonal questline, I would probably be around level 58, unless I did a bit of additional stuff, so I'm gonna have to run a couple of these regardless. Okay, 9 Grim Favors. It is nice being able to reset my Razor Wings, I admit. You're about to get on now? Okay, well, this is actually perfect timing. I might be able to... if you give me like a couple minutes, I can finish the things I wanted to do. Because I'm actually pretty close here. So I just need to wrap this up real quick. Yeah, I just need to finish the rest of the campaign quest line. Then I'll be ready to do whatever thing it is that you have in mind. Help you develop your character and maybe even toss you... Sorry, refresh me. What druid are you trying to make again? Because you made the poison puddle one. I don't know what else you're trying to make now. And I might... Like, I have a lot of uniques. I've been waiting for this for other people that might need these uniques. So I've been holding on to them. Alright, that makes 5. Or 4, I mean. And maybe one more after. Where is my dog? The one that is supposed to pick these up. Like, it's actually... wardrobe. Yeah, I have Iris, the pet, but it's not picking up the Cinders for some reason. Who knows where it disappeared off to. Okay. And then there's 2 more to the bottom left. That should cap me out quite nicely here. You gotta make new Druid Pulverize build? Why do you need to make a new one? Unless you enjoy it, or you just really enjoy it all that much. Okay. I think I'm done here anyway, so... Wait. Nope. I need to go talk to the, I need to talk to the tree. I remember last time I tried to talk to the raven, and they didn't give me the, rewards that I was owed. Hour 30. Or minute 30. Collection of amulets, I think, would be most important among these. And I gotta speak to Ormus. And 57, 58, 59, and 150. Okay, so I have about 40 seconds to do this. I speak with Ormus. Hantu's drawn the attention of the Tree of Whispers. And then the last one is Helltide, I believe. So now I can look through my gear real quick and try to make some adjustments. And also salvage the items that I don't need. This will give me a bit of stuff to work with. Opening up these recipes. Another gift of the trees. And maybe open this too while I'm at it. And wow, that's convenient. Got 2 of them. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. So if I leave the game, I think I should be able to keep my cinders for the next hour. I think that's how it works, because sometimes I go to town and it's not enough. But there. Okay. So now Helltide has just ended. And I guess I'll get to see and learn something new if that indeed actually did work. But okay, reap benefits from the tree. Got all that. I think there was a whisper for one of the dungeons, right? I might try to run that real quick. Yeah, there's no whisper attached to this anyway, so if I run this... then I'll be in line to get the Artificer's Stones, like with whatever whispers that I have remaining. Yeah, okay, this works out perfectly. So it'll take me like maybe 5 minutes to do this. I get some Whisper or Grim Favors for the Tree of Whispers. And then when the next Helltide shows up, I'll go clear a Blood Maiden. I need to slay a Blood Maiden and open 5 Tortured Gifts. I should have enough Cinders to turn all that into. Well, maybe like 3 out of 5 Tortured Gifts, and then if I kill the Blood Maiden, that'll give me another 150 or so. So, this should, I think that should bring me to like level 57, and then I just need to run like a couple strongholds. That should take me like 5-10 minutes, and then I'll be level 60, and that's that. Okay, now I can use this, get myself some move speed. Wait, what? Slain villager? Oh. Guess it's this way then. Blast wave. That's not the right direction, I don't think. Just slain villagers all around. I do like that it's pretty direct, the objectives themselves, but it does take some time to find out exactly where I'm going. Alright. Gonna head on this way. You broke your first druid build. How do you break a druid though? I mean, I don't know if that's even possible. How do you like what? What must you have done to enable you to break your build? And then here he is, Bloodhorn. Ooh. I don't know how that works. He took 2 ticks of damage, but I don't know where the second hit came from. Oh, I see. Still alive. There. I got some whispers out of that. That leveled me up nice and easy. And I can still use Razor Wings to kill all the regular monsters. Okay, so that clears the Whisper. And then I'll also max out on Whispers when I finish the Helltide too. So now I'm going to use the remaining 2 minutes to try and... oh, okay. Vortex size. To actually upgrade my gear here. So, Legendary Glaive. Oh, that's actually pretty huge. I don't think that this is an upgrade like the aspect's an upgrade over my existing one though. That's also like an extra 100 dexterity, so that should be an immense damage boost. Pole arm, amulet. Ooh, this is a lot of movement speed on it, but I don't need to adjust my amulet just yet. Until I get like 750s maybe. This one, on the other hand, I think I should switch. And this one too. Well, no, it's really just my weapon. Who am I kidding? I don't care about any of these. I can just shop for all the other gear anyway. So it's really just my weapon. In fact, I should probably get rid of this. And I don't even have the right... I still don't have the unyielding hits aspect. If I had the unyielding hits aspect, then maybe it'd be a little easier to make this work, but... Chance for Razor Wings to deal double damage. I think I'll stick with that for now because it's a rare, right? Versus the Seeker. And this is supposed to be a Razor Wings sort of build anyway. But I've been just having a lot of fun with trying to pump up the damage on Razor Wings. And then Inner Calm aspect. Yeah, there. And then now the Helltide's back up again. Inner. Okay, not bad. Throw this on, and then temper this for crit strike damage. Well, no, I was hoping for max life, but this works too. Oh, and I just realized I never did bother to put the right defensive tempers, so might as well, just real quick, just so I reduce the likelihood of me dying. There. Okay, I'm at 700 life, and then I can start waltzing my way over to the Blood Maiden, and now is the moment of truth as to whether or not I got my... as to whether or not I get to keep my cinders or not. You mess it up, so I just want to start new druid? Okay. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but that seems like kind of like a bit of a waste of time if I'm being like upfront about it. Oh, I actually lost all my cinders. Yeah, I thought I got to keep my cinders, but I guess not. But there's ways to keep it. Like, I know sometimes I get to keep my cinders from character to character, but I don't know how that happens, unless they reset it at the beginning of when the Helltide shows up. Not sure. Oh. Either way. Well, that's fine. All this means is then that I'll just have to farm 300 cinders, but at least now I know that's not how it works. Yeah, that is a lot of damage. My weapon is up to date now, so kind of makes sense. So, I'm like still trying to understand this. You said that you messed up your druid, and then so now you're trying to make a new one. But what's the big deal? Like, how? Like, anytime you mess up a character, you can always just respec it. Like, there's not even a gold cost associated with respecs anymore. Or same thing with the Paragon board. Like, what could you have possibly messed up that you can't just undo? Like, why do you need to, like, make, like, a whole new druid in order to level up your character? Like, it makes sense to me if you want... And even on the same druid, there's the armory system. So, like, if you were to play, like, a companion druid... Like, if you were to play, let's say, like, a companion druid, you don't need to make a second character to play a companion druid as compare... Oh, was that Disintegrate? I think Disintegrate was doing all that damage. Hold on. Okay, Razor Wings is not really a slouch in terms of damage, huh? Yeah, okay. That's good to see, at least. Okay. Well. Yeah, I can, like, instantly kill her with Vortex now, but... Yeah, it's nice seeing just how much damage I can pump out here. Anyway, yeah, I'll be honest, yeah, it sounds to me like it's a bit of a waste of time. I don't really see the point in redoing all of that, right? Like, you're already... I mean... If you wanted to like have a companion, like one build for a druid, like let's say companions, and then another build for poison puddles, or another character for poison puddles, I kind of make sense of that. Although armory system exists, you can just switch back and forth between the two. In this case, this is like way worse though. Hold on, like, so you're telling me you have a druid and you messed him up. So like, what's the big deal? Like, if you were trying to do like a fresh start, then I can understand that. But what did you mess up though? Like, I actually would like to know, because I don't want to like level a new, like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for like leveling new characters. I just would prefer that if I'm going to level a new character, it's got to be for a good reason, not just because you know, like, if you already have a working druid and you can just respec it, I don't see the point of. It seems like a bit of a redundant exercise, right? I don't know if I'm making any sense there. I can take a look at your druid too in a second, and really, like, if you really want, but
Bless you.
You're a saint.
this might take me a bit. Oh yeah, this is one of those cases where I guess spiraling Razor Wings would be better. Although, yeah, like I mentioned before, it is kind of a nuisance trying to like get all my Razor Wings back. That's the biggest issue. You just want a new character. Okay. All right. Sure. I mean, I'll do it. Why not? I mean, I have some characters I could use the pits on anyway, like my Ball Lightning Sorcerer that is still a work in progress. So I could do 2 birds with 1 stone there. I can level my, or work on my Ball Lightning Sorcerer while I level you. That's fine, but I just... like, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the reasoning behind how you or like made it so that you can no longer play this particular character. That's kind of what I'm trying to, like, I guess, figure out. If it's just that you want to play another character, sure, I guess. Although I wouldn't want to make it a habit to like have the power level you every time you want a new character. Like, I wouldn't ever want to see like, oh, you have 5 different druids, you know, like I don't want to level like 5 different druids for you when the armory system exists and you can just use the armory to like make 5 different druid builds. That's mainly it. If you were to make like a fresh character, I'd understand, but then at that point, then like if a fresh character do like a 1 to 60 or like level 1 to Torment 4 leveling journey, that's like a different thing. But okay, this triggered. Too late, Anthony said. Too late, what? If you want in on leveling a character of your own, you're quite welcome to, Anthony. Does anybody else want a level up, or like a power leveling through the pit? Because yeah, like I can. Apparently, I'm going to be running some pits for Lee already, so I can help out other people too if need be. You already have 3. You have 3 druids. I don't know what to say. I do not understand the appeal of having like 3 separate druids when armory exists. Like, you know, back in like season 5, before they introduced armory, I can understand having multiple characters for different things, right? But in this case, if I'm being completely honest, I just don't understand it. Makes no sense. But whatever. I mean, far be it from me to judge. You right about that? Just want to make new Flash character? Okay. Sure. 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 I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Fine. But yeah, I'm just making sure what the I guess overall reasoning here is, and well, you've cleared it up, so I guess thanks. You're doing rep grind. Okay, well, in your case, it's different. You're doing different characters to like for reputation, right? In Lee's case, he's making different characters just because. I mean, this is kind of what I gather. Just because he feels like it. Basically, it's not. There's no particular like logical, I guess, reason for it. It's not like oh yeah, I'm trying to like get like reputation rewards or anything of that sort. Oh, tortured gifts opened. I think I have let that whisper go. So now you can hopefully see where my confusion lies. It's not even frustration, it's just more so confusion that like, oh, maybe I can't quite. Yeah, I don't have enough survivability even with all these recipes. I do have enough damage though, that's good. The damage is the big one. Okay, that's one down. Then I have 4 more to go. Oh, actually got that one. Oh, yeah, I do have a lot of damage for these guys. Kind of interesting. Yeah, so this is Glass Cannon Central, I guess. They really did nerf how strong the monsters are in these Helltides, at least in terms of how tanky they are. They still do, like, a lot of damage. So that's scary. But, yeah, with the right tempers, I guess I have the right aspects, too, but this definitely feels a lot easier than before. Yes, I still have. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just lamenting the fact that I'm kind of wasting a bit of time having to backtrack, but it's okay. It doesn't make a huge difference. At least I don't think it does. Okay, so how long am I at? I'm at like the 3-hour mark now, and I'm almost done. Probably finished like 3 hours 15 minutes or so, maybe a little more than that. It depends on how much this last quest gives me. Then after that, I need to do strongholds, so that'll take a little bit. Okay, there. I think I'm done. And I'd like to hit this before they hit me. There. And I'm done. So now I gotta go talk to Ormus, and he should give me some... Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Ormus there. Alright. 2 levels, I think. I think this is the last one, too. This should bring me to level 58, I believe. Bear the spoils of Helltide. There. 2 levels. And indeed now, I would need to run 1 Fractured Peaks, or 2 Fractured Peaks, 2 Hawazar, and maybe 2 Skazglen, yeah. So let me go Fractured Peaks first. I'll do Kiovashad. I'm actually really close to the end. I might just try to finish this. And then, sorry, I had to mute. You had a phone, or mute. You had a phone call. Oh, I see. You did 2 more druids, so I could do the rep grind and get the sparks. Yes, I saw you had said that. And what I said was, yes, but in your case, there's a very good logical reason why you would have needed 2 characters. They didn't need to be druids specifically, but they were 2 alternate accounts, and that's because you were doing it for sparks, right? So again, that's a pretty good reason. In Lee's case, it's not. He didn't even say anything about sparks. He's just. It sounds like he's just doing another character for the sake of doing another character. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, it's Penitent? Shoot. I didn't, Hold on a second. I just realized I need to set it back down. Yeah. So the problem in this case, Druid is okay. I just get my Spiritborn, you level it up if you want to. No, it doesn't matter. Like, you can level whatever character you like. I'm just trying to clarify my stance here, which you understand, but I don't think Anthony gets where I'm coming from. Because Anthony's talking about reputation grind and sparks and all that, which, yeah, okay, fine. If you were doing it for sparks, I could completely understand that. But in this case, no, like, I'm trying to explain to Anthony that you're not doing it for sparks. You're doing it just because you want another druid, not anything to do with sparks. So that's all I'm saying. I'll level your druid if you want. I got no issue with that. Just want to make sure that the reason I'm doing it is one that, like, I want to make sure that it's for a reason that I can, like, for the right reason, right? If you're saying that, hey, it's because I messed up my druid, like, my instinctive response to that is, well, why don't you just respec your character then, right? Like, you can see my confusion. It's like, but if you're saying, like, hey, yeah, I just want to do it, make another character for fun, then hey, I'm not going to argue that. It's more from, it's not even like I'm mine. It's more like, it's kind of like, it's me trying to help you out in the sense that, I'd be saving us both, like, some time, you know, if you know what I mean, right? Like, if I can avoid doing, like, duplicate work for the both of us, that's what I'm trying to get at here. But, yeah, here's what Anthony is saying, that I did another sorcerer so I can test out the new power level with Whisper Cache. See, yeah, that makes sense because you're testing something, right? There's nothing to be tested. Anyway, yeah. I'm not saying there's no good reason to make alts or duplicates of the same character. There's certainly reasons, but they're not really tied to... Like, in my case, I would run, like, multiple druids if I had a dozen different builds to play, because the armory can only hold 5 builds per character, right? Then I can understand that. So, you get the idea. Hopefully I'm not coming off as a bit of a jerk or anything, but yeah, I'm just trying to explain. You get the idea, right? Like, I hopefully I don't need to explain it again more than that, because I feel like, oh man, both of these are so far away. Or, well, I mean, Temple of Rod is close, but it's a bit out of the way for me. Okay, let me finish this up. I'm almost done. So, yeah. And then we'll actually have some fun in the pit. I mean, I could use some time to mess around with, like, a different build anyway. I did plenty of Whirlwind Barb. I'd like to start working on my Ball Lightning Sorcerer next, so that's actually kind of exciting. Get to see the limits of that build, although I don't want to, like, waste our time either, so maybe I will play Whirlwind Barb. We'll think about it, but... Wow, I feel like Soar is smoother than Teleport for some reason. Like, whenever I do these 1 to 60s and I'm, like, trying to get around certain packs, it was a little better here. Okay, there. Oh. Okay.
The light did not protect
Yeah, I do, man. Lol.
vampires.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave it then. Sure. I'm gonna go Whirlwind Bar probably and just have some fun with that. Although, I mean, that's the thing. Whirlwind. I was actually kind of excited for, like, this is, I guess, the perfect opportunity for me to test Whirlwind, because I think they just announced that Whirlwind was getting, like, a 50% damage buff, right? Like, damage increase was from 52 to, like, 74%, which is close to, like, a 1.5x increase. So, yeah, I think this would be the perfect opportunity for me to see if I can hold my own with my Whirlwind Barb. Now, I could also use my or I could use my Companion Druid and just show off how well it does in, like, Pit 75 now. Yeah, I think I could do that. That could be kind of fun.
Leads beneath the cathedral.
One of the two. And they'll probably allow us to level a lot more quickly too. Okay, why is this still going? I missed one. I think I know which one I missed. I think it's this one. Right? Slay all sanguine knights. Hold on. Oh no, I know which one it was. It was this one. Yeah, this is why I don't like this one. It's not straightforward enough, so it takes a little longer than the others, but I kind of have to do it. I wonder if it at least gives slightly more XP. That would be nice. Whirlwind Barb, perhaps? Well, yeah. I don't really have anything to measure it against. Oh, this guy's taking a lot longer to die than I would have liked to. There, 100k. This is my first 100k so far. Long overdue, I would say, but better late than never. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. And level 59 means... There, max that out. Okay, now level 59, I can claim this one, I can claim this one. That brings me to, 59 and a half, and now I just need to do one more, maybe one more stronghold. Oh, Skosglen. I just need to do one Skosglen stronghold, and then I will be done. Mordane Lodge is usually pretty quick. Although, yeah, I think it should be fine. I think Mordane Lodge should be perfect for what I need it for. I don't know if it'll give me like a full level though. Well, either way, if this stronghold doesn't give me, or I don't know if it'll give me enough XP to get to level 60. Even if it doesn't though, I get enough renown that I'll be able to hit it. So, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. I'll try with my druid. I think I'll have some fun with my druid. I haven't actually had like shown him on stream for some time now. And yeah, maybe I can do my runs more quickly if I do that. Okay, that's makes two. Yeah, see, like this feels so much smoother than teleport, which is kind of crazy because teleport is supposed to be like the go-to skill for teleport, right? There, that should aggravate him to go to where he's supposed to. Okay. Okay. I have like 6 points and I don't actually know what to do with it. Well, whatever. Well, at least that's the last of it. I'm gonna get out of here and I think this turn-in should do the trick, right? No, I'm actually like 1 pack short, but that's okay. I can turn this in, and this conveniently and perfectly it overshoots the mark a little bit, but now I'm now I'm level 60. Okay, there. So that's my run. A little over 3 hours to get from 1 to 60. That's nice. And then I can go to Karagar, and I can actually start sorting out what my equipment looks like going into Pit 10. I might even... I'll try to be quick about it, too. Not even gonna try to, like, buff up my gear too much. I just need a little bit of extra life. I think that's the main thing. Hey, greater collection of two-handed weapons. That's actually perfect for me. Normally I like chaos, but in this particular case, two-handed is best case scenario because not only do I potentially... Oh! Ooh, this is Rod of Capellice? Or is it the... Okay, it's Sustained War Crozier. Increase the damage. Your focus skills benefit from all their upgrades, and they increase the damage of your potency skills by 23%. So, what's my focus skills? Hold on, I'm trying to understand something. Chance for potency skills to deal double damage. Isn't there an aspect that turns my Razor Wings? Oh no, it doesn't turn into a potency skill. It turns into an incarnate skill. That's too bad. It would have been nice. Ah, no, that's unfortunate. Potency. Potent? Yeah, I guess there's no way to convert my thing into... Oh. No way to make that conversion. Okay, Colossal Glyph. Rune, Gift of the Tree. I'm gonna pull this open real quick, too. I'm gonna make this adjustment. I'm like overwhelmed. There's like so much stuff. Let me throw on... I guess... Just gonna leave this here for now. This one can go. This one can go. This has crit strike, actually. Okay, I'm just trying to make room for everything else I have available. Okay, Polearm and Glaive. Let me start off with that. Or, I think those are the main ones. Increased crit strike chance. Glaive or Polearm. I mean, isn't there an aspect where I get like more crit strike chance based, or crit strike damage based on my block chance or something like that? I think there is. Well, this is the glaive though, so who cares about that? Probably will want my polearm.
If I cannot be in the wilderness.
Gift of the tree. Yeah, let me open that too. And I should have actually opened these recipes first. Maybe I should just salvage all rares. Actually, I think I should do that. Here, hold on a second. So, let's. I'm gonna swap out my ring. That one's a bit of a no-brainer. I'll swap out my amulet. That one's also, well, this one's 750, so I should use it regardless of everything else. And then I'll salvage. Here, hold on a second. So 707. Gloves, yes. I'll salvage all of my weapons. Respective elements. This one has more modifiers that I care about, so I'd throw that on. You got some boss maps for Spiritborn? Okay, good. So I'll salvage all these. That might make it a little easier to deal with the rest, so... sort this out. I have a bunch of obols that I could use, but I'm going to wait until Torment before I try and mess around with those. And then I have a couple of these. And I think I also can just start tossing some of them into my chest here. I actually cleaned it out for once. So this one, and oh, okay. I mean, this has intercom aspect on it. Actually, I should run this one over my current one. It has vulnerable damage, which is more useful here. Okay, and then the ring. Good. I could also run crit strike chance, but I think I'd rather focus on having everything be 7 or as close to 750 as possible. Now the only thing left is my helm. My helm could use an upgrade of some kind. So I mean, I'm kind of like maxing out on obols, so I should just.
Well, there's something.
Why not? Okay, this one will do. Dex max life. I'll throw that on for now, until I can find something better. Okay. Salvage all, and then salvage all rares probably. Yeah. Yes. All rares. And I should salvage these two. Okay.
What's left, you ask?
My ring is fine. Not the best ring, but it'll do for now. And okay, so now all that's left is to temper everything with overpower damage. Oh, okay. Definitely need to prioritize pumping this up to max. And again, Razor Wings are the main one. I wonder when they'll allow us to tag recipes as favorites, but... Chance for Razor Wings to deal double damage, that's good. This one, again, I need it to be either... Okay, crit strike or vulnerable. Either works in this case. For my Seeker. And then, of course, here... What's my armor stat at, anyway? Okay, it's not quite maxed, but we'll get there. Hopefully, in a second. Increased damage to elites is okay. I think I would run that, yeah. Dexterity. Refund. Okay, I think that's fine for now. So this should have me covered on dexterity and all that. For damage, I mean. My resistances aren't great. That's totally fine. I can use gems in the sockets to compensate. And then the rest of my points can just go into maxing out armor, I guess. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Even the rolls on these aren't even great, which, again, is totally fine, whatever. One of these, I think cold is good too. So 1, 2, and then what's the last one? I could do a diamond. It's either that or poison. Well, whatever. This should tide me over for now, and then I'd run elixir and incense. I'm not going to really try to do any sort of pit pushing on this once I make it into torment, so I don't think I care about that. Alright, and then everything else, yeah, I need to pump up vulnerable damage. I don't know if I care much for the other crit strike damage. I guess I could get Razor Wing charges. Counter attack charges, devour, or no, I don't care about that one. Razor Wing charges. Okay, this could be kind of handy. Seeker charges. Okay, well, Seeker's fine too, I suppose. Razor Wing charges, that's the one I actually wanted. And then 2 Razor Wing charges, nice. And again, I did unlock that, so it's good. It worked for it. Vulnerable damage. Okay, so everything is vulnerable or crit strike damage. It's got the right charges. That's all looking good. So my skill trait... I actually am missing quite a bit of points. I should probably look at my build planner in a bit, but I think right now... I think I'm okay. Yeah, I don't need more dodge chance. Vulnerable does less damage. Maybe... I don't really use Stinger though, right? So maybe like this. And then I can take out some points from here. I mean, I don't even use Vigor, so what do I care? Increased damage versus vulnerable. I'm gonna want to get some ranks into that later, if possible. Additional damage reduction. And then I think maxed out Eagle already. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, okay. Increased cooldowns. Centipede skills gain increased damage. This thing heals. Oh, yeah. Grants increased damage to elites for 3 seconds. Okay, well that's perfect then. Later I can worry about getting some more points into these. I can always take points out of other skills later if I see fit. So skill tree, Paragon border done. Mercenaries are fine. I'm going to leave them as they are. I don't think I really need anything else. I have enough for some pale marks if I wanted. And Spirit Hull is, I guess, good enough. Okay, so all that's left is really to look at my tempering aspects, or tempers and aspects. You ready when I'm ready? Okay, well, I just need to finish up here, and I am ready to go. Or, let me finish... Like, this is the last thing I need to do on this run, right? I just gotta run Pit 10 and unlock Torment, and then that will be it. I don't think I have too much else. Total armor, nice. This one also I run total armor. This one I can run total armor. Okay, good. And then I think I could use a utility slot, like vortex size. Okay, yeah. That's the one I wanted. Vortex, good. Vortex. Soar size. Thunder spike size. Maybe this one? Soar size. I just need one vortex. Okay, there. Okay. And maybe throw on one aspect. Defensive aspect. Oh, I have aspect of deflection? When did I get this? I guess I've already always had it. While active, reflects incoming Razor Wings again. Okay, yeah. That's fine. I also like how it gives damage in its utility aspect. How convenient. Or defensive. Okay, so this is it then. Vortex size, vortex size. Yeah, I might as well get it some more vortex size. I feel like my damage is not as high as it should be. But it should be more than enough for the likes of this. Spend percentage of my max resource. Drink a healing potion, cast an ultimate skill. Sure, I'll cast an ultimate skill and then maybe... I don't really need crit chance. I don't know. Quack's rune. I'm running Edge Masters though, so it's probably not a good idea. Sure. It's good enough for now. For what I need this all for. Oh, yeah, and then, of course, the aspects themselves. I need to fetch those. Yeah, it's too bad I can't guarantee a Seeker as an overpower. That would be nice. I could probably clear up the Torment 4 on just Seeker alone, if I have the right setup, but... oh well. When you cast an Incarnate skill, all enemies become vulnerable. Pujik Fuhrer, I think I had that on my ring, or... Yeah, I had that on my ring. Vehement Brawler also on my ring. Okay, let me start off with those ones. Vehement Brawler. And maybe even Fleet Wings. And here, I think I was running some Edge Masters or what. Yeah, I'll just do Edge Masters. I mean, there's a lot of different ways I can set this up, but this is okay, I suppose. And I have Intercalm on this already, so it's fine. If I really wanted, I could sub out Razor Wings. What other offensive aspects? Yeah, because if I run Epijake Fear, I can really pump up the damage on my Seeker, but I think, again, I want it to be a Razor Wings oriented build, so I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Okay, this is my run for Pit 10. I think I have all the right aspects. I did not bother with Disobedience. I don't really think I need it for this, so I'm just gonna grab some elixirs and incense, and I think I'm ready to tackle it on, right? So, yeah, wow, this is gonna, like, double my... Oh, well, I think this is gonna actually double my life, because everything I have on this guy is, like, terrible. Redamine Buzz, so that's okay. Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna begin the run in just a second, so... I hope that those of you who have watched up until this point have enjoyed the run. I am 3 hours and I think 13-ish minutes into the gameplay. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I started the recording. I talked for like 10 minutes. So really, this is going to be about a 3.5 hour run or so. Yeah, give or take all the talking. But anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed the run up until this point. And yeah, I'm gonna run Pit 10. So I will. Y'all know the drill. I'm gonna mute myself until I'm done, and I'll see you all on the other side.
Hello. Impressive. I appreciate that. Goodbye. Greetings.
Okay, that was nice and easy. And I actually learned something on this run. I was wondering where my Razor Wing charges were coming back from, and then I realized something. So apparently, if I'm out of Razor Wing charges, I can just activate the Seeker, and then the Seeker itself will refill every charge of Razor Wings that I have. I did not know that. I feel kind of like a fool, but to be honest, like, I had no way of knowing that that's how it worked, right? So, yeah, okay. Well, that's actually kind of good to know, because if that's the case, then, yeah, I feel like yeah, well, I didn't even know that last season when I was putting this build together. If that's the case, then yeah, there's actually a pretty good reason for me to run Razor Wings with Seeker, and I can use Seeker charges to, like, insta-jib bosses, but then I can use Razor Wings to clear regular mobs, and even clearing regular mobs, didn't really feel like it was bad at all. Like, it actually felt pretty decent. Anyway, yeah, this was a pretty smooth, straightforward run. I don't really have much to say here. Yeah, I'll be with you in a second, Lee, by the way. I'm just going to end the recording in a sec, but yeah, just overall my thoughts on the 1 to 60 run. It was nice and easy, pretty straightforward. I mean, all I did was do the campaign, so as with other builds, yeah, like, all that matters is that you go through it pretty quickly. Under 3.5 hours, not too bad. I still think it would have been far faster than running Helltides on this build, but there are, of course, other builds that could have run Helltides and gotten to 60 quicker. My build is still missing a lot of equipment. All of it is a work in progress, but I think I'll save that for the T1 to T4 grind. It's looking pretty promising so far, and especially with the pit scaling, like, monster health changes, we'll see just how much stronger this build can get, and how easily it can reach Torment 4. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the run. So here we go. Torment 1. Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the run. Thanks everyone for watching. Adventure out.